Hey, wow, it's been a really long time since I did this. A couple months, and okay, we're good. It's been a couple months since I did this, so we're all getting back into it. Good to be back, though. Why do I have so many notifications? Why do I have 67 new Prime loot? I don't have Twitch Prime. Okay, let's see here. Why do I have a notification? Not now. Oh, God. I gotta go dismiss that or it's gonna drive me nuts. I'll bring my players in a second here once I get everything all situated. It's the start of a Twitch stream. They're never exactly smooth. Whoa! Oh god. Oh Jesus. Forever. Yeah, it's so long. Where are you? Oh my god, it's 32? Okay, hold on, I gotta count stars. Isn't that a song? That's a song, and it makes no sense. That song makes no sense. Well, no, hold on, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a different song that makes no sense. I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking of that song where the songwriter listened to it back and he was like, what was I on when I wrote this? That Bastille song? Pompeii, I think? That song makes, it's complete nonsense. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 26. You've only got 26 stars on here, so I need to add 5 more? Yeah, 5 more. Oh, my pen's dying. Oh, my pen is dying. Oh, it barely writes. No, because the first month is your name and the paper. So 5 more. That sound is me scooting back up to my desk. Yes, I know that. Just disrupted you, cat. Spider. What the hell does that mean? What does this mean? I guess we better go find out. Hey, excuse me, what the hell does that mean? What the fuck are you talking? Spider bots?
Yeah, the spider bot.
What spider bot?
It was a while ago, but if you
Yeah.
look back... Okay, 1 second. Let me go to the...
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh no.
I promise I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
okay?
Please enlighten me.
Because, okay, this was a while ago, and we never actually did anything with it.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna... Let me see. This was so long ago. So this?
I can't wait to see where this is going.
That one.
Oh, Christ, you sent me a different message. Somewhere else.
Because this is where you, me, and JD talked about it.
Why did we... What are you fucking talking about? I can only open this... What?
Sorry. This is... Okay. I think this is during the Christmas thing.
God.
Whenever we had, like, a month or 2 break or something. And this was, like, years ago in Canada. No.
It was 2018, so yes.
It was a while ago. And we haven't actually...
2018 was 3 years ago, fam.
Oh, God.
Stop.
We can't do this right now, okay? But we made spider bots here in this DM.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I at least know how to make them. And, like, they were these little robots, right? That we could, like, put a spell into it as a charge or something like that.
Jesus Christ, why did I let this happen?
And I remember we pranked the scientist, but it never came up actually in-game. Sorry, guys. Pretend you never heard any of this.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm scrolling up to see what the hell this is. Okay.
I'm so confused.
Oh, no. So, oh, God.
I am
But yeah.
terrified and intrigued.
What if we?
Putting a charge
You
of a
put-
spell in there.
What if we put?
Okay,
but
so
what if we
no.
did?
Okay, so here's what this is. Here's what this is. You created a little robot, a little spider robot that had I think a striker in it, like a hammer, and then you made a rune stone. And a rune cast is something I've added to my D&D world, where you can cast a spell into a stone, and then it activates when you break the stone. Or if it's a sustained spell, like polymorph or something, then you can cast it into the stone, and it will be effective until the stone is then broken.
Oh, nice.
It's
I didn't even know about
a
that.
different. No, yeah, I made it up. It's a different way of utilizing magic. And you.
No, I mean, I didn't even know that was in the setting.
Oh, might be. Yeah, it's never come up before.
I think
Wait,
I
Not
found
really.
some kind of
Actually, it
runestone or
has.
something with when
yeah,
you're
no,
attacking
it should make
Grace.
sense. Given Dwayne.
No,
Dwayne's a
Stone
scrying
has
stone.
It has specifically come up in what we just finished, the Wild Hunt thing.
Did it?
Yeah, Grace
Yeah.
had like weapons on or
Oh.
something.
Am I
Yeah.
that smooth-brained?
You
Yeah,
right.
because the rune stones were being used to anti-magic the entire area to clean it.
You
Yes, I remember that.
right. I should
And I
have made
have
that
been
connection.
remembering that this whole time.
I don't
Yeah.
think you have.
Nah, he was just testing us to see if we remembered.
That's
it.
right.
I don't
You
think
passed.
you
Good
first.
job, Eric.
Sure.
Congrats.
Sure. But anyways, the
Me
point
clapping.
is,
Get it
That's
started.
my applause for you.
we could put the flamingo spell with this lodestone, this moving lodestone thing, and cause a distraction. Anyways,
Good.
that's a
Or we could
possibility.
Not do that thing.
But it would be so good. Why would you not want that?
I
I'll
wonder.
tell you when you're older.
Oh boy.
Honestly, if
So-
we need a distraction, it's as good as anything. It'll be less like potentially hurting bystanders than something actually explosive.
It's true. Okay,
Just flamingos. Fucking
so
flamingos
before we get into planning, real quick, I'm gonna run through a tentative recap of where we are, because it's been like 2 months since we've done anything.
Are we already on stream?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, are we live?
Oh.
Okay.
This whole conversation has been live. I disappeared to start the stream, and I'm back now.
Everyone ignore this. It's fine.
We're so
There's-
good at this.
I'm
Are you
so
kidding?
sorry
This is
it's been
prime
2 months.
entertainment.
This is prime entertainment. Okay, so
We're so
Look,
good at
it's
this.
confused.
oh
TM
boy,
as per usual.
you
Oh boy.
guys are. Last we left off, you had just completed this Underdark arc, which you engaged in because you had to go to the Underdark to find the pattern for the weapon that you need to immobilize the Emperor, or do whatever it is you're going to do to the Emperor. Really? Okay, can we go 10 minutes without someone making a pun?
No.
No.
Yeah, I didn't fucking think
You
so.
have me in this campaign. Do you really think that's gonna be a thing?
No, I don't. So, you've just completed your Underdark arc, and it was to catch a serial killer who turned out to be the Wild Hunt, via Tiska's mom, who sucks and is now
Yeah.
probably
Damn
going to
straight she
be
does.
sentenced
Big
to
disappointment there.
lots of stuff. In
Good.
the Underdark, where she is going to remain forever because her warlock patron died because you killed him. Congrats on that, by the way.
Damn straight.
It's what he deserved.
It is. It
And
is
it's
what
what
he
he
deserved.
deserved.
I mean, he's not. I mean, the Fae aren't. They can't be held to the same moral standards. They don't have them. But
Grace sure can, though.
sure can.
Also, deity marks.
Yes, you
Oh,
used
yes.
in your fight. You used your God's marks. Those of you that had them, and
was
because of
fun.
this, you were informed by the two serpent gods that you guys have connections to that it is time for you to return to Serpent Home and reclaim it from the Triferium and destroy
one
them
might
and
say.
bring the serpent gods, the true serpent gods, back.
As one might say, it is time to rock and roll.
Yeah. You could say that. They didn't really give you much of instructions, because they don't have them. So, good luck. Is
Just a
basically
kick in
what
the
you got
pants
there.
to get going.
Get going. Shoot. Move. And with that, you returned to your ship, because when you went back to the city from Wild Hunt and all that nonsense, you were informed that Lorelei had sent you a message requesting that you return as quickly as possible. Or to something to that account.
Something to that flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got up, and Nyx was saying something
was like,
happened
"All
that
right."
definitely wasn't his fault or Kaimi's fault, and then Twitch died, and we didn't have a game for like
That's
yeah.
right.
He was just like, so, don't be mad, and then Twitch died.
Yep. Cliffhanger, unintentionally.
And it's like, that's a great place to leave off. Definitely haven't been worrying about that for the past 3 months, or 2 months.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It has been a hot minute.
It has
Hey, not your fault.
been a hot minute. So, we left off exactly with Nyx meeting you just outside the ship, I believe, or was it inside? I think you guys
Just
went in.
inside, I
I
think.
think we just like
Yeah.
opened the door, and Nyx was like, "Don't be mad."
Yeah, we
he
just
came
went
running
in.
up.
Like, that's a great thing to hear.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna start from, I guess, right there. Let me grab.
So that's encouraging.
Oh no.
Here we are. So yeah, you walk in, and the second you do, Nyx comes skidding around a corner and tells you, "Oh, don't be mad. It's okay. Listen, it's not my fault, and it's also not her fault. So don't be mad."
Nyx.
That's
What
a
is
great.
it?
Oof.
Listen, it's
What is it that is not anybody's fault?
okay. So it's mostly fine, but so you know how the interior of the ship that we have and that we're on right now, where we're standing, is like you can't. Well, parts of it anyway. You can't, scry into it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, the outside of the ship is not like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if, hypothetically, well, I guess this isn't really hypothetical. That's not, you're not going to really buy that. So if one of us were to, walk around outside the ship for whatever reason and then get scried on, it would probably go through then, wouldn't it?
Depending.
Yeah, probably.
Especially
Who got scried on?
if the person who got scried on is a person where they have some of their body parts,
Yeah.
Oh no!
scales,
Oh god!
maybe.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
Penny.
god!
Listen, it's not her fault. Okay, don't be mad at her.
Is she okay?
She's fine. Well, I mean, she's freaked out, but she's fine, mostly.
We're not mad. We're just concerned, and
This is
I'm a little
yes.
disappointed. That
Mira's
this
like
happened for
looking
some of the
around,
people.
trying to
Is
see
Kaimi
if there's
here?
something coming to immediately
When-
murder us.
We,
She's
when
hiding.
did this happen?
Where is she hiding?
A few
Do
days
you
ago,
know?
in the vents.
Okay, not
Hessa jumps in the vent.
Okay, bye. Hmm.
Okay, so we
okay,
do
not
have-
ideal.
We do
No,
not
not-
have as much time as we would like.
Yeah, so they started kind of searching
Quite.
this general area because thankfully she wasn't super close to the ship, so I don't think they saw it. She said it was okay for me to, go ahead and address you guys on this, so, keep that in mind. So she wasn't too close, so I don't think they saw the ship,
That's good.
which is great. But they are patrolling the area a little bit more because they know she's in it.
Are they physically here?
Sometimes.
I'm gonna cast True Seeing on myself and look around for.
Well, they're
see if
not in
there's
the
anyone
ship.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking outside the ship to see if there's like a bunch of invisible assassins waiting on the ridge.
You don't see anything like that.
Okay.
So, conservatively, how much time do we think we have until they find us?
I mean, that really depends on how hard they look, I
They
guess.
will be looking very hard.
I don't know. I don't know
We
who these
need-
people are.
We need to leave.
We need a plan, is what we need.
Yeah, so
Well-
are we booking it out of here, or what?
No.
N-
No?
no?
Hessa and I have been given a directive by our gods,
Oh, good.
which means we need to go into the territory of the people that are currently hunting us.
Uh-huh.
It is about as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, okay.
We should, at the very least, change location. This is no longer a safe location.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. My main concern with moving the ship is what if they spot us in transit?
That is the problem.
We need.
Well, would I happen to know anything about the area that I might be able to use to
Your
either
current
get us bodily out of here or with the ship out of here?
your current area?
Yeah.
Not in particular. It's kind of an outskirt area. It's just like part of the jungle. The reason you're over here is because there's an entrance to the Underdark there.
Okay. Would I know any place nearby that would be useful-ish?
Unlikely. You could, I guess you could try to roll history, but it's gonna be a toughie.
Okay. First roll of the game, guys.
Woo!
So it's not a bad one.
It's a 9. It's not great.
Nope,
I've seen
We're
worse.
doing so good.
you have no idea.
I tried.
I could try a divination. Ask my gods. They can ask. Can they? It's like, hey gods, can you ask the other gods where we can safely park our car?
Gods, where's the free parking? Yeah, we really need to get to this concert, you know?
God.
I mean, it sure will be a show.
Shit show.
I get it.
God, I have missed this.
God, yeah. I've
Interaction.
I've been listening to the Magnus archives lately, and my hatred of Mr. Man and my hatred of Elias Bouchard are feeding into each other quite nicely.
Nice.
Oh no, not the Falc laugh.
Mhm.
No, Falcon and I just know. We understand.
Yeah, no, that's just a legitimate amusement.
Yeah, I'm just laughing.
Um,
So,
yeah.
what are you thinking?
I guess I'll try divination and ask, where can we take the ship where it'll be at least less noticeable?
Okay.
We'll probably have to go further from there on foot and whatnot, but
Sure. Remind me how divination works, because it's been a little while.
your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servant. So, to seem specifically have to be my god, but I assume I should probably. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. DM offers a truthful reply. Your reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Okay, so you just do it and I
Just
give you an
any-
answer?
Is that just any deity?
It just says a god or a god's servants. I've generally asked my own, but I suppose I could.
We are in Snake Land.
We are in Snake Land.
Ask the snods.
Can I ask, was Tick? Was,
Sure.
you know, a
They might
is,
not know as much. Just saying. Again, I'm not here. I'm in a vent. Ooh.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, you
no.
could be listening into this from the
Also,
vent. No, I mainly
I
asked
would
Tick
say-
because they're like the god of, you know,
I would say if
Roman
you're going to
hearth,
ask someone.
what's
you
the
might
god of
want-
knowledge?
Uh,
The one in the library. Spoke to him.
Suruk.
Yeah. Did
Either
you have-
him or Bashini.
Yeah.
Either of them will work, but I'm definitely not asking, the gods that are currently in charge, because fuck them.
That might garner unwanted attention.
That would be
Yeah.
a weird flex.
So,
That'd be a very strange flex with Hessa and I on board.
yeah, we're not doing that. So,
You summoning Marshall. Hey, bitch, I need to trespass.
my god, no.
What's up, fucker?
No.
Wanna help me destroy you? Hey.
Let's not. So I guess I will
Thank you for the sub.
try calling Machini.
Okay.
Hello, it's the little bird. We got your message loud and clear. And we're moving into Serpro. We just need to know where we can safely stash the ship and our non-combatants while we, bring down a government.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll ask, Tisco... No, not Tisco. Sorry, my brain just... I said that and my brain went, that's not right. Misa, does she have something of, like, I know, a holy symbol or something? Normally I would set, like, the little sunstone and moonstone, but that seems not quite right for contacting this god.
Misa just hands you her entire shield.
You.
Alright, I'll set that up on a little,
What's
like,
your strength score?
fence next to it. I think 12?
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time lifting that one.
14! I have 14.
You can drag it
plus two.
around.
Look, I just need to set it down on a blanket
Baby
next to
with
some
her
incense.
parents' clothes.
Don't you have, like, little tokens for the gods you could give her instead?
Look, I'll
Pick
lay
one
out the
of
blanket
my
music and set down the shield and just set up the incense around it and go from there.
Also, to be fair, the shield is more powerful because I am, like, directly sent.
Valid.
At least that is my logic. If you want a direct connection, there is no more direct than through me.
Mm-hmm.
And this shield is a part of me.
So, two things that the two of you get, because you're effectively using Misa as your channel. One,
Yay!
it's a goddamn good thing that you got the message loud and clear. She said it to you, with normal words. She's like, "Goddamn, I hope you did." Secondly, don't take the ship to the city.
Yeah, no, we just want somewhere out of the way to park it, and we're going there.
Literally anywhere that isn't the city. That's her main concern, is don't take it to the city. Don't get it anywhere near. Don't get it within several miles of the city. Just
Should we just leave it here? I mean-
Again, I don't know if
Might be a
here
bit of
is
a trip.
safe.
Okay, a better question that I might have an easier time with. Do I know of any former towns that might no longer exist that that we can shuck this?
Hide
This
it in
ship
some
into.
ruins.
almost certainly. You don't know which ones are ruins and which ones aren't, but you know there are many towns that are now ruins. And you would definitely be able to hide it.
Then we hide the ship in ruins. It is a hunk of rock. Just throw dust on top of it, it'll be fine.
Maybe Chiska can druid craft things over it, and I can stone shape some extra rocks around it. We can
There you
generally
go.
Yeah,
do our best to hide it.
that's what you did for it now, and they haven't found it, so.
But right now, we are going to need to move the ship soon.
That's right.
And as stealthily as we...
Mm-hmm.
We get some advice from Hessa, slightly echoing through the vents.
God. Hey, does anybody know about any higher level spells that are like enhanceability except for saving throws instead of checks?
What are spells?
Let me look.
Oh, I know bless. That just adds D4 to all of them, but let's see.
Yeah, because resistance adds a d4, which is a cantrip that I have.
It almost certainly is one.
But enhanceability is only for checks.
I'm looking. I don't know that protection from evil and good is going to apply within your face. It's like aberrations, celestials,
Right.
elementals, fae, fiends, and undead, which we're not facing any of those. We're just facing autocrats and totalitarians and angry soldiers.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, angry super
because
soldiers.
I was thinking since we were talking about the runestones a little bit earlier, I could, or one of us with magic could cast enhanceability, but for saving throws in a runestone and give it to Kaim,
I have bless.
so that something happened.
I could say I have glyph of warding, but that is basically the runestone. It's you
Yeah,
can also
I have-
specifically make it explosive.
I have bless.
so,
I see.
so that it's like she could, if something happened and it was like, oh, well, you feel like you're being scryed again, she could break it and give herself bonuses to the wisdom save.
Yeah, it's an extra d4.
Interesting.
So if you want, I can put bless into a runestone.
I think I also have bless.
Do they have a summon switch for the ship? No.
I could put in magic circle, though once that's cast it doesn't move, it stays in the spot. So I guess if you put it in the runestone, it stays where you cracked the runestone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I also have bless. I was just mostly thinking like something bigger just because since
Nothing
they,
came up as spells similar to bless, unfortunately.
Interesting. It would be the same effect that inspiration has. Bardic inspiration. Add it to your saving throw.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, no, the ship doesn't have a come to us button. It's not the freaking Iron Man suit.
I wish. That'd be sick.
That would be kind of sick. I do admit that. Be kind of dope.
Yeah, Hallow also mainly applies to Striplaner and Undead hoo-has.
Think you
While
can
this
get-
conversation is going on, Misa's going to start tapping on the vents for Hessa.
Alright. Yeah, Hessa, what are you doing?
Attempting to find Kaimi.
Not too difficult. She's in her little, hideaway spot.
Hello?
She is, curled up in the corner, like she normally is.
Aw.
I will scooch over and sit next to her. Take Egg and put her on top.
That is a comfort to this little Circin. She knows Egg. What is Egg right now?
That is a great question.
I don't remember what she was
like
last.
you just changed it.
Yeah.
You just
She's an
changed
owl.
it last
She's
session.
an owl.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that.
Ooh, owl be
Little owl.
damned.
Hey.
So,
Absolute.
Kaimi will hesitantly pet Egg.
So I heard about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your fault.
That's what Nick said.
He's very smart.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah,
Do I believe that?
probably not.
Okay. I'll sit there until she feels like talking, I guess.
You will eventually start hearing the tapping and Misa going, Hessa, I need your expertise for a moment.
Do you want to join us, or would you rather stay in here?
They're not mad, are they?
No, no one's mad.
Okay.
And if they are, I'll pull out my knife. I'm ready to stab.
She'll nod, and she will stick very close to you.
Okay. And we'll head out of the vents.
Oh no, they vented.
Oh my god.
We were the imposters all along.
IDK pretty sus.
I'm sorry I've done this to you, Falc.
I'm so tired.
You were so excited to come back, too.
Among Us jokes.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Are
No,
you?
Farmicus,
Sorry.
Salem,
I
thank you for
didn't
the
think so.
resub. You're wonderful.
Oh no.
I don't
Falc's
think you
muted
are
himself.
sorry.
I'm not.
Hey, Falc,
Yo.
would Dispel Magic work on scrying?
That depends.
Because it creates a sensor?
Yes. Yes, it would. Provided you can sense the sensor.
Okay.
So if I recall, scrying creates a sensor within a certain radius of the target.
Within
I
10
think so,
feet.
yeah.
Okay, so you'd have to spot it and then cast on there. Because the
Yeah.
radius of Dispel Magic is not that large. If I recall correctly. I don't know if I do.
I can look it up again.
Again, it's been a little while since I did spell specifics.
It has a range of 120 feet. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of third level or lower on the target ends.
It is not that you can see.
Mm-mm.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, you'd be able to do that. As long as you know that there is scrying happening, you can...
Does True Seeing let me see the
Oh, yeah.
But
thing scry?
thought
Yeah, I was
the
just
thing
gonna
about
look around and
scrying
see
was
if
that
it's-
You couldn't feel it.
Yeah, you used
the
True
first
Seeing
one.
on Grace's scrying, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And it was like a little eyeball thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think hers was Arcane Eye.
It might have been.
It was her...
She definitely noticed that we saw it, though.
Yeah, it was her,
Because I failed that deception check real bad.
her super high level... Warlocks get a thing where they can just cast a really high level spell for free.
Yeah.
And that was hers.
To make up for the fact that they have no spell slots.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It was one of hers anyway.
So if we gave Kaimi a thing of Dispel Magic, would that work to... like a runestone with Dispel Magic in it at a high enough level?
It would dispel the scrying that would be currently happening, but it would not prevent it.
Yeah.
I
So
think
I'm just thinking she could use it as soon as she notices the scrying start, so that like they'll get a view, but not a very long one.
Yeah, that would work.
yeah, because neither of these are long-term solutions.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because they're like one and done.
but it's something at least.
It's once you break the stone.
Yeah, it's either this or like counterspell. But no, counterspell. I think you have to see it.
Yeah, it has to
See it
be...
coming.
Yeah,
The
counterspell,
caster
you
has
have
to be within your sight range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to get that one off
Cool.
before
So
it
that's
even-
something I would like to do.
Okay,
Okay.
At some point soonish.
sure. yeah, if that's part of your plans, let me write that down, and then we'll have you make some checks to create the runestones.
I do recommend that we cast invisibility on the ship and move it maybe now.
Yeah, that's not a bad
That's
idea.
That's what Misa was summoning you by the
Okay.
tapping for.
I figured. And I will give them a town that's, or I don't know.
Ruins.
Yeah, something that's not.
Near the city.
Yeah.
What kind of
Or maybe near,
what kind
near
of
the city.
what kind of rock is outside of our space right now?
Suthara has a lot of limestone, which is pretty good because that's pretty breakable, and for a runestone you need a stone that will stay in its shape until you want it to break, and then it will crumble, because otherwise, if you can't break the stone, you can't trigger the spell.
Cast the spell.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. Cool.
Limestone will work, if you can find some nice chunks of it.
Cool.
Hessa,
I have a pickaxe if you need it.
that's true.
It's been in the bag of holding since Silver Hill.
Oh god, you might actually need that. Well, you've got magic, though, is the thing.
Yeah. I was figuring some kind of like
Stone-shaped cantrip or what have you.
stone shape. Yeah.
Either
Molder.
that or you
I was
can
just
send
gonna
Misa
hand
out
Brahm
with
a
a pickaxe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna hand Brahm a pickaxe. He knows stone stuff.
Oh, you're right. Maybe we'll just...
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a
That's
challenge.
fair.
Okay, so what are we doing first?
Well, me and Brahm will go outside and get the stone. I'll just my true seeing, since I'm pretty sure it's still up, just to keep an eye out
Maybe-
for other scrying or invisible people trying to
Yeah.
sneak up on us.
Okay.
Maybe we
And-
should do that once we move the ship.
See, I was thinking we should do that now and then move the ship because I can work on it while we're moving the ship.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Alright,
So we do
Okay,
that.
so limestone first, then move.
okay. Anything anybody else wants to doing? Jesus, what kind of a sentence was that? Anybody... The rest...
Is anyone else doing
And-
anything while we're doing that?
Thank you.
Me, Misa, and Kaimi are probably looking at a map and like determining where cities are, like comparing
Yeah.
old knowledge with
What
new.
map?
Great question.
Can Misa draw a really shitty one?
You can
From her memory.
certainly try.
Wonderful.
Can she have advantage because she's got two Sneeple with her helping?
You think you know the layout of the entire country of Suthara?
Misa
No,
would know better because she was waging war in it.
3,000 years ago, or whatever.
but
Exactly,
we
but she would-
probably
she
have
would-
a.
So she'll
We-
draw out the map, and then the other two
She'll draw.
people will be like, "So that town is gone.
Yeah,
we have to be
basically.
there now."
We probably have like a very basic understanding of like where things like cities might be.
You know, like...
I assume.
Okay, so were you in...
Oh boy.
When you were in grade school, did they ever have you draw your home state from memory?
Yes.
That's about the
Yes.
extent of what you can do for Suthara.
Oh god.
This is great.
You're like, I
support
know the
this.
shape of this place.
See, in mine, they made us memorize the capitals of all 50 states.
Oh, that's... Oh, okay, you also know where in Suthara the capital is.
Nice. The place
Okay.
I
You
can put a
live.
little star on it.
Great.
You could draw a little snake.
Wait, Falk.
Yes.
Yo,
Misa would know where she died.
probably?
That was a
Oh,
temple city that
God.
got overrun.
Yes.
Are we going back to where you died?
Oh, what if we
doesn't
find your
care.
corpse? That'd be fun.
Oh god.
No.
There's two of you.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
no.
yes, yes.
Although it's probably
You bet-
decayed by now.
You should not
Skeleton.
sound this
Bones
excited.
decay. It's been thousands of years.
It's either they decayed or they calcified.
I think they're gone, probably.
Damn.
You find a little bit of like bone dust. Look at me!
Probably the armor.
Misa
Oh,
can walk
no.
through that city and point at every single, like, or hint of a body and be like, it's me! And then none of you can make any argument about it because you don't know.
It's gonna
Can
be
we
like
go to that Misa would know where that temple city is.
Yes,
If-
you would know vaguely, yeah.
if anyone else has watched Steven Universe, it's like that one field full of strawberries.
I have
Oh,
no
God.
idea what you're talking about.
It's okay, some
I
people understand.
And
I was thinking
I'm
of...
not happy about
I was thinking of that post that someone made about Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they say Aang could just, like, make up literally anything, then be like, oh, it was like this 100 years ago, and none of them can argue with him.
You're right.
Are we certain he didn't do that? Do we really think Hotman was the,
Oh, I mean, like, that was complete bullshit, yeah.
Oh yeah, Hotman was complete bullshit.
How dare you people say that? How
So-
dare you?
Misa will
How
draw a
could
map.
we're daring, I guess.
Misa will draw a map with the Temple City in mind.
Okay, and you're a pretty good artist, so...
I've been doing this for a little bit. I've been working on it.
You could draw the outline of Suthara, place the Yuna River, place the capital, and the Temple City where you died, and a couple other locations that you remember. Yeah, that's not that bad. The distances probably aren't accurate.
Do I remember approximately how far away the capital was from where I died? Or would that be...
Roll intelligence. Just flat intelligence for your memory.
me immediately? Oh dear. Okay.
Also, Disco, if
That
you're
is a
casting
12.
Pass Without a Trace on us, you are going to need to be near us, I believe.
Yeah, I was planning on joining as like a cat or something.
Okay.
Extra pair of eyes to spot would-be assassins, always good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're headed out there and doing that.
I
All right.
said would-be assassins like I haven't actually been assassinated.
You
It's fine.
literally have.
Yep.
Yep. It was a successful assassination. It just didn't stick. Okay, so a 12. Back in those days, it was a bit hectic, and the journeys you were taking weren't exactly like point A to point B.
No, they were more like point A to point Y than
To point A,
F.
point 5, to point
Yeah.
C, backwards.
Points. There was a big fuck-off mountain here, I think. It was a pain to go around.
Yeah, it was
I don't
Yeah,
actually know how
because-
big it was, but it felt like forever.
Yeah, like
yeah,
it's
because most of what Misa did was guerrilla warfare.
right. So you weren't like it's going to take 12 days to march to this location. Like it wasn't that easy.
No.
It was a lot of you had to hunt down the cultists who were also doing this cat and mouse game kind of deal.
Yeah, and avoiding the bigger groups.
Yeah, and you specifically were more towards the end of march 12 days to reach a location and then stand there. Because you were one of Bashini's servants, and Askasha's folks were more the kind who would really go hunting. But still, regardless, you kind of had to match your enemy's tactics to get to them.
Yeah, I sure stood there.
Yeah, you sure did.
I'm picturing Bashini being like, there'll be someone here in 6 days, and you just stand there.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Kind
stood
of,
there
yeah.
all right. I
Um,
sure stood there.
So you're not exactly sure how far it is. I mean, you'd have to go, like, you'd have to know all the different locations and then try to, like, trace them and remember how long it took to get to each one and then extrapolate from that how long it takes to get from the final destination to the first one if you just went straight. Thar on the map. It is the upper left side of the continent. It is south of the Tangleroot Basin. It does have sea access. I'm not looking at the map right now, so I can't offer much more detail. The map is pinned, isn't it?
So yeah,
Here it is.
Misa will in fact suggest the Temple City because she is fairly certain that got ruined.
It definitely,
that got-
definitely did.
Like, that got sacked.
Yeah.
It was a Temple City, of course it got destroyed.
No, they didn't let that stand. You haven't seen what happened to it, of course, but you're assuming that it's gone.
General logic would say, yeah, they fucked that shit up.
Yeah. Yes, so here's the map. Suthara is a pretty regular shape. It's kind of like a lumpy rectangle. It's like a cardboard box, like a rectangular cardboard box, but you dropped it on one of the points, so it's kind of squished. You know.
Where does it be?
I will actually snip the portion in question, post it for you. Here we go. God, this map is good.
Keep meaning to get back to making like a nice colorful version of it, but I keep getting distracted by other shit.
That's valid. Yes. So, yeah, the only things the rest of you know are, like, the location of Serpent Home, and then the couple cities that are marked on this map, which are all crossed out because they are all defunct and non-operational.
Yeah, so I suppose we have a plan now?
You're just headed to the Temple City, which, let me pick an
We
arbitrary
have the
location
start
for it.
of one, at least.
Let's
Arbitrary
see.
location.
Let's put it...
I would have assumed that the Temple City wasn't close, because Temple Cities are usually, like, outskirt cities to keep faith in a country. Or a nation.
Okay. So it's going to be considerably upriver. So
Isn't
let's-
that... Wait. Resistance.
What?
There was mention of a resistance somewhere along the river, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember if I mentioned a resistance along the river.
Well, let's head to the Temple City, and then we can start scoping out the river.
We'll put that one there.
Oh yeah, that should be far enough.
That'll be
Yeah, they're
fine.
hidden upriver somewhere.
Ah, you're talking about the headwater groups.
Yeah.
See those little diamonds in the mountains?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Mm. There's the general range for
Interesting.
those. That's far.
Should we try them first, or...
Those...
We're just parking the ship.
Okay.
This is just to
Well,
park
it might
the
be
ship.
easier to park the ship up in the mountains. Plenty of rocks.
Yeah, but then it would take us so long to get to Serpent Home.
Okay,
We need
that's
somewhere
true.
that isn't like way out in Nowheresville.
True.
Yeah, because we're so used to having the ship.
We could always move the ship again, right? As long as it's not, like, right on... in the main city, we're probably good.
Yeah. So my thing is, I kind of want to talk to the resistance groups first because
Yeah, we weren't given
A
an
lot
order in
of-
which to do things. We were just told to
Yeah.
do stuff.
Do you
I
remember
think having
exactly
more
what was said
allies.
about those groups of people living up at the headwaters?
No.
No.
Okay.
Can we roll to see if we remember, or do you want to just...
Who told you about these again? Was it Ruvain?
Yes,
think we
I
got
believe
yes.
so.
Some from
It
the-
was Ruvain.
I mean,
Your informant, basically. Okay, so in that case, yeah,
Mr. Dude.
Book, go ahead and roll.
Oh, jeez.
It's a
You
intelligence
want
for memory.
assistance?
Will always take advantage.
I don't know if you can, because I think this was a one-on-one conversation that you had with the man. Unless it wasn't.
I was there.
You were there? Okay, then yeah, you can have advantage.
Yeah. Okay. And this is intelligence?
Yeah, for memory.
Ooh.
Let's do.
Ooh.
Have an extra D4.
Oh, thank you.
Tasty, tasty.
So just straight up intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
29, thank you very much.
Very impressive.
That's a smart cookie.
What Ruvain mentioned regarding the headwater groups is that he didn't say they were resistance. Exactly. They're not like an active fighting resistance. They are groups of yuan-ti who managed to escape the destruction of the old country, effectively, way back when all that was going on, and have managed to avoid notice and detection since
Since
then.
then.
They are not
More
necessarily
refugees
warriors.
than rebel army.
Yeah, they're not rebel fighters. They are just people who are doing their best to survive outside their native territory and with an actively hostile theocracy trying to kill them.
Okay.
Well, at the very least, we could maybe get some information from them.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to ask. We just gotta be... I would say, though, maybe we should try to get there not via the ship, just to attract less attention.
I would
Because if
agree.
these people are not combatants, we don't want to bring hell down on their heads.
Well,
And that ship is the moment they might suspect that we are traveling in something that might be invisible because they haven't been able to find us, they might start using True Sight, and
Yeah.
that might lead the Trifarium directly to those people.
Yeah.
We absolutely do that.
What if we
Yeah.
parked kind of in the mountains?
And then walked over open territory to meet them.
Maybe? I mean, it might be better than parking a ship right in the middle of wherever they're staying, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we do this, we should most definitely make sure Kaimi stays inside. I'm also, I hate to say this, kind of worried about me leaving the ship. If we
Misa's
do
probably
go
the
see
best
them.
one to talk to them.
Yeah. You guys may have to go without me and Kaimi, because I hate to say it, but if they can scry on her, it's very possible they could do it on me too. I was actually wondering, Velk, would they have taken anything from me to more easily scry on me as well?
I mean, if you're talking about, yeah, of course they probably have like your hair. You lived there for years and years.
Yeah,
They might have like spells or something. I don't know. So
Yeah.
like,
They definitely
yeah,
have
you
you.
are.
yeah.
You are tracked 9 ways from Sunday.
Oh, most definitely. So now I'm
Here's,
worried to ever leave the ship again. Gonna be real here.
Here's a quick question. Should we be trying to, like... I don't know, should we take the ship and get the people... Try to get the people out of there or out of Serpentholm? Do we know how many people we're talking about? And whether they're...
Are they willing to leave?
I don't think we know that. All we know is there's a
that's-
group of...
Yeah, but like.
I was wondering if
know
we've
anything
gotten any
about
sense
them.
of
We
the
just know
numbers
they
from
exist.
Ravine.
Yeah, we don't know
didn't.
anything about them. We just know they exist.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just know that they're there.
And if they've been there long enough,
Well,
they probably have a good amount
these are
of
the
people.
No, these are the people who survived the destruction of the old world. These are
Yeah.
generations, because that was thousands of years ago. This
Oh.
is a generation of people who know city bad,
Yeah.
but nothing else.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know just how many. Okay,
So
in that case, let's park the ship not in their backyard.
Yeah,
That's
for
probably
sure.
for the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause we
I
wanna draw
would say
attention to these
that
poor people.
The Temple City or somewhere nearby is probably the best bet if we want a middle ground between Serpentholm and the mountains.
And while we're flying, Mira's gonna go through the ship's stocks and start like making camp packs and things and figuring out what we have in the way of hiking equipment.
I'm
I know
still
we've
worried.
stocked up at some things at various points,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure that we're actually
Also, I
set to
would've-
trek on foot and potentially camp in the wilderness.
I would have tried to get a few stones before we left to try to make those rune stones. So I would like to make more than one if possible. Although I only have 2 spell slots, which I'm assuming is the for today, which I'm assuming is the limiting factor on how many you can do in a day.
Mhm.
But
I also have Bless, and we are probably going to be taking a long rest while traveling.
yeah, I assume so. So I'd like to try to make a few. Probably give at least one to Hessa as well, and give a couple to Kaimi. Both just to cover our own butts a little bit, and as kind of a gesture of goodwill a little bit. It's like, hey,
Okay.
safety.
All right.
Or at
So
least an attempt at safety.
for sure.
We turn the ship invisible and start heading out, and we'll
Okay,
as
so
soon as
you're
we can
headed
get some rocks.
where exactly?
Temple,
Temple
City?
City, I think.
Okay, to the Temple City.
City.
All right. I do
Or
want to
what
note,
remains of it.
while you know of the existence of groups living up the headwater, despite the fact that I have those locations marked on the map, you guys do not know the locations.
Cool.
You just know
Yeah, so
there
we
are
would
people
be-
in the mountains somewhere.
Yeah, we would be hunting.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I think I still have some incense, so I could cast divination again if need be. But yeah,
And
I
I
might
could
first
cast
move
heal.
this ship because I'll probably need a long rest before I can prepare it again.
I could
Yeah.
commune with nature potentially also.
I think that one's a ritual, so it doesn't actually use a spell slot. I just
Okay.
we're
So
gonna
yeah.
boot the ship.
All right.
Slap invisibility on the ship and get a move on.
Okay. You're going to have to remove the stuff that you put on the ship before you went down. Which, if I recall, I wrote this down, so let me see. Let's see what you put on here. You used stone shape, mold, earth, and plant growth to cover it, so you're going to need to use spells and or labor to get rid of those things.
A hand bees a pickaxe.
Alright. Strength check?
Yeah.
I'll attempt to help.
Baller, the best check you could give me.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna be at this for a while.
Strong snack time.
Oh boy.
I'll help. I've got not a terrible strength.
16.
This is gonna take you a while. Used stone shape to cover up, I think, the entire
17.
front. It's still gonna take a while.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are gonna be at this for several hours.
What level is stone shape? I'm trying
It
to
is a
find
Fourth.
fourth level.
fourth
I-
level. Okay.
Fortunately, I don't have a second one prepared, or
What?
because I've burned through most of those slots in
Drive out.
combat. We haven't had a long rest since we fought the wild hunt, right?
Yes, you have.
Oh,
Yeah, we have. We super.
in that
duper
case,
have.
stone shape. I move it back out
Yeah.
of the way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was just like,
It's
Just
rock, JD.
get it.
It's rock that
Trying
you
not
use
to
to
bust up our ship.
encase the front half of your ship.
Well, I unstone shape it.
Yeah. Alright, that'll do. Yeah, that'll
Right.
work just fine. Okay.
Reshape it to I put it back, and then we've got the pickaxes for any remaining earth or stone left.
Okay, okay.
Fucking hack our way through whatever plants are there.
I don't happen to have
Goddamn
pruning shears in the bag of holding, but I'm sure we'll make do.
The halberd should be fine. We have
True.
blades.
Not exactly ideal for bushwhacking, but it'll
No,
function.
but it'll work.
Okay.
We can make it work.
So the other thing that while your guys are doing that, runestones. You want to make runestones echo?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna make 2. You said.
Yeah, let's start with 2. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what I have spell slots for today.
You will expend the spell and then make a check to make sure it can to try and force it into the stone instead of into the. Okay, hold on, JD. I know I made you make a check. Did I make you like know something from like how to do it? That sentence made no sense. But like,
No.
did I let you do this because you researched it? Make a runestone instead of just cast a spell. When you did it. Okay, you studied them. Okay. I don't believe
Do you
Tisca's-
have Glyph of Warding? Because that's a very similar effect that is just a spell.
I do not.
Okay.
You might need to enlist Zakhar's help in order to do this.
Yeah.
Because at the moment you have never cast on a runestone before. And you are not sure how. Can you teach? Yes. Because you are helping, this will be possible.
Okay. So what kind of check do I have to make?
Spellcasting check, so I believe that's just plus your spellcasting modifier. Or spellcasting ability modifier. Assisted? No. Not assisted. It is possible because you are because you are there. Without assistance from a wizard who knows how to do this or what have you, it would not work.
Would bless
Okay.
or enhanced ability help?
Bless
I spelled
would
from
help.
low levels. All right.
Bless would help. Okay.
You are blessed.
Cool. So I get to add a d4.
Yes.
Okay, so it's my spellcasting ability, so that's 18. So for the first one, that is... and I get to add my lucky scarf to this check
Yes.
also, right? Okay, so 13, 18 total.
That will do it. You
Cool.
cast the spell, and instead of just letting it go into the environment, you kind of grab a hold of it and keep holding on. And though the energy and magic are expended, they are not taking effect in the world. And instead of letting them do that, you force them into this stone, and it sort of inscribes this energy into the matrix of the stone itself. I think it automatically puts a symbol on it. I don't remember if I made that a thing.
I'm sure this is
It's a
much
thing
more
now.
like amazing and delicate and whatnot than what I'm picturing, but I'm picturing Hessa like trying to scrunch it down in there like she's packing a really tight suitcase.
It's kind of, that's what it feels like
Get
you're
in there.
doing.
God.
And it keeps trying to escape like a cat trying to get out of a carrier.
Oh God, it's like trying to get a cat to the vet who doesn't want to go.
Exactly, yeah. And you're really trying to wrangle that thing in there. I'm like, no, nope, not around.
Listen.
You can't eel around the side like that. You have to gather all the
Listen,
scraps of
cat
energy up and
burrito,
shove them
cat-
in.
Listen, cat burrito, cat torpedo. Simple.
All right, you've created one dispel
Amazing
magic
description.
stone.
Thank you.
Cool. Gonna
Thank
try
you for
to
bringing
do a
that praise
second
into
one.
my life.
Go for it.
More blessings upon you, or depending on how long it took, I could probably just have held the concentration of the first one.
Dispel magic, I think, is an action, so
Yeah, you still.
I
Have the
don't
same
know how
bless.
long it takes. Yeah. Okay. So that's
Yeah, you just swaddle the cat, shove it in the cat carrier.
Helene goes willingly.
so that's a 16.
That one. You cast dispel magic in the room.
Rip. Okay, so we have one right now.
That's correct.
Cool.
Misa also has bless, so I can try.
To make a runestone.
Yeah.
With what in it?
Yeah, the bless is just to help in the making of the runestone. It's not actually like
No,
I
like
mean,
bless
you
to
could put
help
it in
with
a
saving
runestone.
throw against the
Against being scryed.
yeah.
Ah.
One has bless, one has dispel because that's all we've got right now.
Yeah, because I'd like to just.
Wait, I also have
divide-
dispel magic. Never mind.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So that is an expended third level spell slot. God, I have 2 of those left.
Make a spellcasting check.
Spell casting check.
I've been doing dispel at level 5 just because that's the level for scrying.
I only have dispel at level 3.
That's fair. It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
All right, Zakro. When you're done with the assisting with the runestones, you can hang around with Hessa.
And
Misa,
I'm
go ahead
going-
and make that spellcasting check.
That's the spellcasting modifier, right?
Uh-huh. Or it's a check with your spellcasting ability. So, whatever it is for you.
Does Zacro need to be flying the ship at some point? Or
I
have enough
assumed
of us
this was-
learned, yeah.
I'm kind of blurring the lines on when things are happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not gonna cut it.
You cast a spell magic in the room.
Right.
There's no magic in here, guys.
I'm going to see if I can find Kaimi, or at least find Hessa to help me find Kaimi, to give her this runestone, which I have wrapped in a little bit of and a bit of wool cloth to keep it from breaking prematurely.
All right. Kaimi is sticking close to Hessa.
Cool. So
Hessa, head pops out of the vent. Is Kaimi there? Second head pops out of the vent.
Basically.
basically, hello.
You just have two sets of eyes just looking at you
From
from the
darkness.
vents. Yeah.
That is terrifying. I love it.
Despite the amount that I use scrying myself, I hadn't really thought about you two getting scryed on. So, I mean, ideally, there are items that keep you from getting detected at all, but we don't have access to those right now. But I made this. I'm gonna work on making more tomorrow. Where if you get scryed on, you just have to break it, and then the scrying spell will be dissipated. So hopefully they won't get a good idea of where you are, and that will make you a little bit safer, hopefully.
That's appreciated. I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about leaving the ship.
I slide the little package into the vent.
Like a clawed hand comes out and just takes it.
There's actually 3 sets of eyes because Egg is in there too.
You right.
Cool. So it's
Does
dispel
Kaimi come out of
magic.
the vents to eat, or is this how Mir delivers her food every day? It's just to the glowing pair of eyes in the vent.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. It depends.
So that's
Some days are better
that's,
than others.
If she doesn't
dispel
show up, I
magic.
just set a plate out by the vents, like I'm feeding a stray cat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Echo?
So that's dispel magic at about the same power level as the actual scrying spell. I know Misa was trying to make some. Also, I don't know how that's going. But I've used up all of my ability to cast spells at that level today. But I am going to try to make some more tomorrow, so that since this is just like a one-time fix for now, it would be nice to have little redundancies of it.
If you
So.
destroy the Triferium, no one's ever gonna try and scry again. Just saying.
True.
That's the
but
plan.
We're working
You
on
gotta
it.
get there.
In the meantime, it would be nice to have a countermeasure of some sort.
Of course.
I have
just in
dispel magic.
case.
Should I try making a runestone?
How many spell
Get in
slots have
on
you
the
used up
party?
today?
Let's see.
Probably
1,
not all of
2,
them.
3, 4. About 5 of them across different levels. No,
Eh.
6 because True Seeing.
Yeah, if you
Clerics
want
get a lot of spell slots, a lot more than poor paladins get.
you guys can have
Yeah,
a little,
I've only used like 3.
can have a spell casting, a runestone making party.
Cool.
I'm picturing like a craft party with like Martha Stewart video or something in the background.
God.
Got a radio.
Also,
Bob Ross.
Val,
Yeah.
can Misa fuck off back to her quarters for a minute and get little materials and make Kaimi a ye old rare stone?
Sure. Like,
He'll be taking some of the limestone, just a tiny bit of it.
okay.
We had time while y'all were doing maps. We got several hunks of limestone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she just
you,
needs
you
a
have
little
plenty.
bit of it.
Okay,
She also wants to make good faith with the little one.
mhm.
She still feels bad.
Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, you're making what exactly?
A small prayer stone. Like how people have like prayer books or reliquaries that they keep on themselves.
Uh-huh.
to like an object of prayer.
Okay.
But for the old gods rather than for the assholes.
Has anyone actually gone over the old gods with Kaimi?
No, and Misa doesn't really know how.
I probably have, honestly, at some point,
I
at
feel
least
like
talked
Oh wait,
to her about
yeah, you
it.
did.
Have, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I explained everything to her, so I assume that includes our jaunt to Serpentine.
Yeah,
So
Misa
she
would
kind
also,
of knows.
I would also ask Mir, what gemstones do we have in the bag of holding that you would be willing to part with?
Let's look.
If you intend to add gemstones to this little prayer item, you are going to need a jeweler to do that because you do not know how.
You would be asking Temp.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we have temp.
Yep.
Yeah, she would immediately go to Temp and be like, I need this to
Please help.
go
Ooh.
together, please.
We may have spent our...
Please help.
Or we may have traded away all our gemstones that were set aside for bringing people back from the dead.
Mm.
I'm
That
sure you'll
makes
find more at some
sense.
point.
Hey, Fal, actually a question.
What up?
I used Revivified once, have I not? And we since replaced that lantern
Yes.
with
Correct.
diamonds.
Yes, we
Do
got
I
them
have
from
any of the
Vervain.
old diamonds?
The old diamonds?
I think they get consumed by the spell.
I said they get, damaged beyond use again. But I didn't say destroyed.
This isn't for a spell.
Yeah.
It's
This is
just
just
for
for
an
the
item.
aesthetic.
They're useless and worthless. But they do still
But
exist.
Not for the power of faith.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to just, use the old diamonds, to adorn something that you're not going to sell for monetary value, that's fine.
Oh,
Cool.
does the Horn of
They're, like,
Silent... How far does the Horn of
crowded.
Silent Alarm work? Could we give that to someone on the ship so they could let us know if they're being attacked while we're out?
The what?
The Horn of Silent Alarm.
Uh,
I think I got it from Minato. Way, way back when.
oh god.
Along with the conch of seagull calling.
Okay, the conch is great. I love that.
That's fantastic.
I can't believe you guys really used that thing
Just-
once for a legit purpose.
It
I
was
gonna say,
great.
didn't we use it while we were out in the Viridian Sea?
Yeah, you used it to test the soul ice crystal on a living creature.
Yeah. Hilarious.
So,
And
Fucking
Femmer
absurd.
just stared at all of us trying to catch a seagull like, these people are gonna save the world, really?
Yeah, you've been
That
muted.
misses.
I
hi,
see.
yes.
Hello.
That explains why I haven't been saying things.
Ah,
That would do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I
Man.
heard someone needs some jewelry done
Yeah.
things too.
Yes, Misa is making Kaimi a prayer stone and needs her old diamonds adorning it.
That could be difficult to be fair. Is this just what is this stone exactly? Is it just like a rock?
It is about
limestone.
it is limestone about palm sized for Kaimi, not for Misa. Misa specifically made sure to grab a small chunk of limestone.
I am not
And she
sure how
really just-
practical it would be to mount gemstones into limestone.
My
I
thought
love
is
the-
you could get some bits of metal iron, drill them in, and then use those as a crown setting type of thing, little pincher kind of hold to hold them in.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking.
Oh, is there a shiny on the ring from the Hunt Captain? We could put that in there, or maybe you could use some of the materials from that.
So Hessa, what
Well, I mean,
shinies do you have?
The thing is that Temp has materials. He has what was it? A pound of gold, a pound of silver, and a pound of copper.
Oh my god, you do.
Yeah. I've had those for forever, but I remember specifically asking Falk if there was any way Temp could fuck around with one of the weapons and make some sort of forge situation or like screw with the engine, and he doesn't have any way of doing that on board this ship.
That's correct.
So Temp can't really do any sort of fancy metallurgy at the moment.
You'd have to
I
find
mean,
some kind
if
of
you're
forge
doing-
setup somewhere to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because like,
Do we have like something that we
Okay,
can use as
so-
like a small blowtorch or something? Because like depending on, I mean, how do you have the
Hey.
metal set up? Is it just literally a
It's-
block? Could you cut a thin sheet
an
off of
ingot.
that and shape that into wire?
it's a 1 pound ingot. It's
Okay,
so when I bought it, it's from the trade goods section of the player's handbook, which nobody ever uses. But no, it's just straight up like an
very
ingot of
patient.
gold.
Okay, question. Do you have a Dremel, and do you have something that can like bore a small hole into this limestone and
A
stick
Dremel
diamond
like the
into it?
electric powered machine?
Dremels aren't
No,
always electric, I think.
Okay.
they're not.
I'm
Well,
not
it depends
familiar
on
with
the-
them, so.
It depends on. I mean, Dremel is specifically a brand, but
Is it really?
in terms of a flex shaft
Oh my God.
sort of tool, it could be run on electricity or it could be run on something that just again turns the flex shaft decides. Hi, I took 2 semesters of metalworking in college, and I'm here to
Oh, I don't even
spout
have
random shit
Smith's
about that.
tools in my inventory.
But yeah, so you could like, if you could cut off like a fine sheet off the edge of the ingot maybe, and then like trim that, and you can kind of like, you don't even necessarily need like a whole forge. You can just do what they call
Okay, so what I need-
annealing, which is
so what I
heat it
need
to a
to
dull
do-
red glow, which you could even do over a gas stove.
Okay, so what I need to do is I
Don't
need to
take
enlist
my-
Rom
don't
and I need
take,
to enlist Tem.
FYI, anything I spout about doing metalworking in this chat, don't try it at home. But yes, you could heat a thing of metal over a gas stove in order to like turn it into wire and get it slightly flexible, and then you can work from there using mostly cold processes like rivets and saws and whatnot.
Did someone need to look through my hoard of shinies or no? Sorry.
I'm curious. I'd like to know.
You approach the vent. The vent opens.
I think
And a
y'all are
Claude.
gonna-
A hand pushes forward. What do I have? Here's a set of silverware. That could work.
You can make a spoon ring like your house.
Look,
Perfect.
It's
That's
very nice silverware, okay? It's probably
Was it the
actually
one you stole
silver.
from
From those kids.
Lothrin or from Strahd's place or
From
Or is it from-
Strahd. I didn't
There
steal
you
from
go.
children.
No, those
Probably.
guys
Lots
having that
of-
birthday party. You
You
guys
definitely
definitively
stole from
did steal from
children.
them.
Oh god, you're right.
You definitely stole from
They
children.
were like
Um,
17.
It's fine. They're rich children.
It's fine.
It
Oh
won't
yeah,
be
it's,
Their dad was
Oh.
missing.
Did
It's-
we end up
it's from
fine.
Strahd.
I remember we
you
found
did
stuff
save
for
him.
in Lothrin, but it was also cursed.
I will also push forward. You see like a round horn trinket. What else do I got? I have a lot. I have to look through what I have. I think I have some random stones that are. No, wait, I used those. Never mind. I have a pound of pocket iron. There you go.
That's
What the hell
I
is
have-
pocket? Oh, it's the iron shavings.
Pocket sand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pocket,
Pocket sand. Yeah.
Exactly.
But iron.
And I have one ruby. That
Jeez.
also gets. I don't know why I have a ruby. Where did I get that?
I have
I also
no
have a
idea.
lot of. I have a lot
I
of
mean, let's test
spare parts as
It's
well.
not nailed down. We don't specifically tell her don't steal that. It is
Yeah, it
only
gets-
possibly going to end up in her pockets.
Yeah, it's
You are correct.
Could have been from the Plate of Fire. Could have been from Strahd's.
Look, it's fine. We love our
How-
Hessa.
Is it the
I
ruby that you
also-
stole off Strahd's corpse? Or what was left of it?
I think you might be correct.
Okay.
And
Oh,
also,
Is it
I,
hers?
That one.
I'm not going to use that.
I also
thank
put.
For off break.
Yeah, hey, I'm not explaining any of this thing.
thought Tim
These
had that
things.
one.
All you see is a ruby.
But Misa was there for you to steal it.
Temp might have it. I don't remember. where
Somebody
I got
has
it.
I
that
think
gem
he
that was
used
on Strahd's armor.
Wait a
Temp has
second.
chunk of tourmaline, but not any rubies.
I got this ruby. I don't remember where I got this. I'll be real.
Does
But
anybody remember
anyways-
where that ruby that you got off Strahd's armor is, or is it that ruby?
That's that ruby.
Okay.
All
I
right.
guess I have it. And also a bunch of pins. Get shoved forward.
Okay.
3 of them are very
Misa will
nice.
thank you. Misa will thank you for her offerings, but she will use her diamonds.
Yeah.
She has like 2
Understandable.
ones she wants into the limestone. That's all.
I also
Tessa
still
dispute.
have the gem things that we put on the bracelets back when we were hopping through the rift. I don't know whether we should save those for anything out the rift is gone, or...
Gem things?
So, I don't know.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
we have any...
Gem discs to put on rift transport bracelets.
Yeah, I
I'm
think Temp made
What
those.
my notes. Because I remember we got like a bunch of them and we slapped most of them on our
Okay.
extra bracelets.
You
but
used the
What's up?
Strahd Ruby
What's
to awaken Nyx?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, no.
Because I high-key remember us being, like, angsty about it and you saying it wasn't gonna, like, do anything weird.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is the only stone of adequate value that we have.
Okay, yeah.
And you were like, oh, yeah, it's not gonna, like, don't stop worrying about it. It's not gonna, like, do anything
Gotcha.
weird.
Yeah, because I gave up on that potential story thread.
Along with
Fear?
Mirror's Shadow, that's just stuck still in...
That one has its own story. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Anyway.
No, I feel like this was
Yes,
a different thing.
I feel like right now, if Temp's gonna do anything, he wants it to be non-permanent. Because Temp has ideas.
For
Don't
a
worry-
prayer stone for a snake?
Yes. Don't worry about it.
I also have, if you need more
You
silver,
know
I have
what?
Middle
Misa
God
will
Castle.
allow it.
Misa will allow it. Do you really think Temp's the sort of person
You're
who's
very-
not gonna make plans anyway?
I mean, yeah, but you know, Misa can just like refuse to let them have it.
That's fair.
God.
But hey, if we're trying to, like, reassure the child soldier as well, I do have apparently a couple children's books in the, bag folding. If Misa wants to try being the aunt and reading to her, just sit next to the vents and read and hope she hears.
Have we just? How old is Kaimi?
Kaimi is around the same age as Hessa.
Okay.
Oh my god, I found something.
What Misa?
Sorry, I just read what JD's.
What Misa can do is sing old hymns that she might remember.
Hessa, they're like, you keep saying sharing is caring, but when I share things to myself
I am
from
fooling.
other people, suddenly it's not caring.
Yeah, when I assist other people with their sharing.
Exactly. I just force people to share with me forever, and that's okay, you know? Sometimes you just need that to happen. Self-care, guys. Self-care.
Asking
God.
to get all these human fingers from.
The Abyss,
We don't talk
probably.
about those.
We just want to share. Kids these days, I swear.
Oh, should Mir attempt? I have dispel magic. Shall I attempt a runestone or two?
Go ahead if you want.
Oh, jeez. I cannot think of any good way to do this for now. I really need a
For now,
forge.
Misa can just give her.
Only have 15 on that one.
For now, Misa can just give her the prayer stone, and then it can be bedazzled later.
Yeah, I think Temp has ideas for it, but it's not something that he can really do right now.
For
Okay,
sure.
if we just have a torch, you can do a surprising amount with metal link.
He's doing something a lot more intricate.
Okay. But yeah, I'm guessing I'm 15. I just cast dispel magic out into the room. Nada.
Yeah, you just cast Dispel Magic, sorry.
Okay. Well, I have another go at it.
Alright.
So yeah,
That's much better.
Misa
23.
will offer the prayer.
That'll do it.
Nice.
And this is at 5th level, so.
Okay, you create another 5th level Dispel Magic runestone.
And I'm gonna
these
hold
will
off on
give
spending
the-
any more spells because I want to make sure, just in case, that I have Raise Dead
Yeah.
prepared at all times.
Okay.
That's valid.
I mean,
We're in
the-
enemy territory with people who have literally already murdered one of us.
It's true.
I mean, the trip to the Temple City would be another long rest? Question mark.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Mir a little piece of cloth to wrap that the new runestone up in, so it does not get broken prematurely.
And Misa offers her little prayer stone to Kaimi.
You need something soft to wrap anything in.
Is it just like a smooth stone?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe get one that has
Seems-
like the slight dip, like a wary stone.
Little confused. Not sure what to do with a rock.
Eat it.
Don't eat the rock.
She hesitantly,
Or give it a cooking
Wait.
show.
very gently
Smell
bites
what
it,
the
but
rock
it
is
doesn't.
cooking.
Doesn't taste good.
When
It's not for eating.
when I was a child, we were given these to pray on. A blank slate to speak to the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Something to assure us when we're, worried, scared.
Okay.
And I thought that you should have one.
Thank you.
This is like the most positive interaction Misa and Kaimi have had. Misa looks so happy.
Kind of depressing.
Yeah, she's easily scared. She's
Yeah, and Misa's very large.
very.
And very sneaky.
She will accept this stone, and then later she'll go to you, Hessa, and ask what to do with it.
And then Hessa has to go back to Misa to ask.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hessa doesn't know. So I guess. So you remember the gods I told you about, right?
The ones that aren't all assholes.
Yeah. You like speak to the air, and sometimes they hear you. Is what like the gist of what I understand.
She's visible confusion.
Misa is
I know,
Misa
right?
is
Isn't it
writing down
weird?
old prayers. Misa's writing down old prayers as we speak. She's so tired.
Still visible confusion.
Her frantically scribbling.
I'm also, at the moment, trying to find a piece of information. And I can't locate it. But Lurks, you should have it somewhere.
Hit me.
It's the name of that frog. The species.
Yes.
Pink spotted or something?
I really hope I didn't lose that.
So, after this exchange, Misa will then hand Kaimi
You.
a prayer for each deity and a small explanation of what the deity is the deity of.
Falk. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Set sun when the future is empty. The world will end in fire. It's what the bean jar means.
I saw that somewhere.
Where was? I just typed frog into.
Yeah, there's only 3 results, and it doesn't give me that fucking name. I've been doing that
Are
on
you
my
s-
phone this whole time.
Are you talking about the dream frog?
No.
Oh, okay.
All I see here is Frog TARDIS from 2018. Thank you, Echo.
What?
I'm looking in the Teen Meme Dream Team for Frog.
That's probably like the little frog jar thing we have.
Yeah,
Frog
it's just
box.
talking about the frog box.
Frog box.
No, it's frog
Yeah.
tarts.
Exactly.
Because, like,
'Cause
they
bigger
are in
on the
health stasis while
inside.
they're in there, so when they pop out, it's like they've time traveled.
It's true. No, they're not in stasis. They're just like, well, I don't remember. They're alive and well
They're
though.
just vibing.
It's
they're
like a little
just- well, except
terrarium,
for
and
the-
it's like, I think you called it frog TARDIS because it's bigger. It's like a little
I
pocket
forgot
dimension.
about
bigger on the
Frem.
inside.
I forgot about Fremp. My
About-
beloved.
Sorry?
Fremp!
Oh,
Fremp.
Sorry.
yes, yes, that frog.
Here. Fremp. Yeah.
The incredibly stupid hallucinogenic frog.
Yeah,
I love that every time we mention Fremp, Lurker always forgets.
yeah, you caught him in the Viridian Sea.
Uh-huh.
It was the
dumb.
frog that was really bad at escaping.
Yeah.
Like it didn't try.
Head empty, thoughts gone frog.
No
Look at me.
thoughts. Yeah, and then so they named him Fremp after Tim.
We are so off track.
We really are.
Anyway,
Okay, guys.
what
guys.
were we doing besides Bean Jar and Frog Temp?
Oh,
no.
this is a
Just
classic
giving-
D&D session. Oh god, my pencil. We're good.
We
Misa
got
has
real
just given-
sidetracked.
Misa has just given Kaimi an explanation of the old gods and a prayer for each of them in case she wants to. Just in case she wants to, step out of her comfort zone. She's not going to, but it's in good faith.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Does the purse don't have any like markings or anything on it?
Yes.
Okay, what of?
Misa would have very crudely put the eye in there. The Bashini's mark.
Okay.
Because that's the one that she has the easiest time just doing. It feels weird to her to start doing other ones unless it's specifically for a purpose.
Okay. Alright,
Check your DMs, Falk.
I am doing so. That's what I thought too.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Like if I had to go on a game show and wager my life on it, I wouldn't. But like in any other situation, I'd probably be okay with it. Even if I was losing like $100 on it, you know?
Sure.
I feel
I
like
get you.
78.3% confident on that.
You have a note noting the time of year? What's the time of year?
Mid-spring.
Fuck yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And it's recent, so there we go.
Now it's underlined 3 times in my notes.
Nice.
Cool.
So that's vaguely important. Okay. That's actually very important.
You know what else is very important? All of you.
Thank you.
Alright, that's all the positivity I got in me, sorry.
It was a
gay.
It's touching.
It's fucking gay.
Yes, and?
I.
Just worth mentioning.
Bold of you to assume I'm not a queerosexual.
I didn't say you weren't.
Fucking thought gamer.
Fucking homos.
My homos.
I've got a message for you guys
Oh boy.
from the chat.
Chat, what are you doing?
Like the last.
God.
Yup.
Hold on.
That's
Is there
the
a request?
post.
Do you want me to sing it?
Oh god. I'm trying to. Where's the original post?
Someday.
Oh, can we do break soon? Yes, I'm so sorry. I just
Which one?
noticed that.
Yeah, I need to pee.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I will sing on
And
break.
then when we
Sing on
get-
break.
With our trek
Okay.
to Temple City.
Alright.
And
Let's
then
see
when
back-
we get back, we can like be at the Temple City, maybe.
Yeah.
We will have
Coming
done
up
our
and
lot.
try to kill us on the way.
Real quick, I want to know, how are you maintaining, like, invisibility or what have you during the trip?
Casting invisibility into it. Is there a slot I can brew an invisibility potion and pour it into the gas
No,
tank?
that does not work.
Okay.
Visibility over ship. Okay. That works. Oh, Lorelei can cast as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
I'll see you
I
guys.
assume that everyone has invisibility is just like kind of taking turns casting it into the thingy,
Works for me?
the inductor.
Yes. I'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes.
Noise.
So
Alright.
have fun.
Works for me.
Okay. And I will see you, chat, back here in 10 minutes as well. Swap over to the Be Back soon. And put on some sweet music. Some sweet music or something. Let's grab a random piece off of tabletop audio. What shall we go with? I like Nordic Noir because I just like it, so we'll use that. Alright, see you guys at 10. Alright. Let's go get my players. Oh boy, they're having some conversations.
For like
Oh,
tech support when I was building my Hackintosh and to trade things on Animal Crossing, and that's about it.
That's big valid.
we talking about Reddit?
Yes.
Wow.
And how it is.
Unfortunately.
It is like the
And how it's
landmine
been
zone. You gotta be
affected.
very careful where you go.
You can find some good stuff, and you can find a lot of bad stuff.
Yes.
There is a lot.
It's
of
like going
crazy
treasure
Reddit.
hunting in a landmine field.
Yeah.
You might dig up gold, you might
You
dig up
might dig up
claymores.
busted ankles.
If you're
Hey,
lucky.
they wouldn't put claymores in a landmine field.
No,
They're
they'd
very
put
different explosive devices.
landmines in it, right?
Yeah.
But yes, I posted the Hamilton and Animal Crossing thing to
Oh god.
the in-flight entertainment, or at least the first act. Who needs Disney Plus? You can watch little animals.
I saw a post the other day, and it was like, I want to look into a darker timeline, so I want you guys to suggest to me pieces of media that could be turned into a Hamilton-esque musical. And the responses, man, made me wish I couldn't read.
I mean, Repo
Oh,
the
boy.
Genetic Opera already exists, but
Yeah, that's good.
Can you give us an example of one?
I blocked them out of my memory.
Good.
No, I can't remember what they were, but they were all bad.
Fair.
Were they all
I think one of them was
on Reddit
Overwatch.
lines? Oh god.
Overwatch the musical.
Yeah.
God.
How about just Overwatch in
Huh.
general is cringe?
Yeah.
A little bit.
They
I
whitewashed
have
all
not
of their
touched-
characters in Overwatch too.
Fortnite
Did
was
they
also
really?
on
No
I
surprises
shit
there.
you not. I
there. Of course
shit
they
you
fucking
not.
did.
McCree is whiter than he already was.
Seriously?
How do you fuck
fuck?
that up?
Wow.
How? When? What? Did they actually like change their character models?
Oh, because of
Or is this
Overwatch
just gonna
2?
No.
Overwatch 2, yeah.
Oh,
They're all whiter.
Like
fuck.
anybody purchases
What the hell?
Overwatch 2.
Hey,
I didn't
and
even
if
know.
Overwatch
I feel
is
like I
so
knew
good,
there was an
I've
Overwatch 2,
heard
but I have
Overwatch 2.
completely like pretended not to know.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I
split
forget
your
it on a
head
regular
at this
basis,
point.
and I
don't
wish I
care.
could stay that way.
I'm sorry to remind you. Okay, so what are we up to? What are we doing? Where are we? Getting back into it?
So we are
Landing
at
the ship.
new thing.
That's right.
Yeah, we're
Book, you
parking the ship.
mentioned you wanted to do something. I wanted to make some bots.
Yes.
You've made
I
them
had
before,
to think
right?
about that. Yeah.
Okay.
I might need Zacro to assist, just because we made it together.
You should know how now, though.
Yeah,
you've
but
done
I
it
think
before.
it had like magic bits that we
Oh.
need Zacro for.
And you'll need to do
Or-
that while you're not flying the ship.
And it's fine. I
Yeah.
can probably do it myself, right?
You can just do like the shells at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
What
do
do
you
I
remember how
roll?
many uses of tools and parts it was for each one?
Oh boy, not
Yeah.
at all.
I
I know I have 11 uses left. Wait, I might have more.
can't remember if it was 1 or 2.
I think I have 11
They're a
left.
fairly complex little creature. I would say 2.
That's fine.
There's a ton of joints and whatnot in there.
Yeah, they're kind of complicated.
I don't know how robots work.
Lots of bits.
Yeah, I'm guessing just a lot of
Depends on the
little
robot.
fiddly bits.
And how
All
you
of the
define
bits.
robot.
There's so many bits.
Breaks out the Lego Mindstorms kit.
Oh Christ.
What do I roll for this? What would you like me to roll?
You've already made them before, so just like a basic tinkering check.
Okay. Do I get advantage or anything?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Why did you ask?
I don't know. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
29.
Yeah, you use up 2 uses of your tools and parts, and you craft a little spider bot.
Okay.
Nice.
Spooderbot.
Spoderbot.
Spoderbot. Spoderbot.
If
Spooderbot.
you want it to be one of the runestone ones, you can slot a runestone into it and have it carry it. I think it's got like a basic remote control.
Yeah. something like that.
Yeah, it ain't no Boston Dynamics.
Good.
Yeah, very good. Your bot doesn't respond to the cops.
Good.
Your bot does not
Hey,
recognize the authority of the police.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. So,
Also puts it in every one of her inventions. Thank you very much.
My brain is going straight to Jug
True.
Lady. Fuck the police.
a sea of drunk
sea.
toddlers.
A drunk toddler
I love how we went to the exact same line.
Yep.
yelling, "Fuck the police!"
In his face.
Duh.
And he was almost impressed.
Then he reached down.
Okay,
God,
let's not recite the entire bit.
No,
We'll
We
get
don't
there.
we don't need to go into the whole skit here. Let's play
Anyway,
Dungeons and
so we
Dragons,
built-
guys.
We built a fuck the police spider bot.
Yes.
I mean, that's basically what we're gonna use it for.
It's true.
And are we able to get to the temple city without further
Without incident.
without being attacked?
You take your ship and you head that direction. When you are you can use the river as a guide, and it's a bit difficult to see the river because of the very thick jungle canopy, but you can kind of look at the lay of the land and figure out where it is. Interesting thing, the river is not exactly where it was when you remember it last, Misa.
1,000 years of erosion, or like
Yeah.
man-made dams?
Like erosion, and just the course has changed. So maybe that's why. But like when you reach the location you think it should be at, you don't really see anything. So I'm gonna need some perception checks from some folks to
Okay.
spot anything.
Do we have spells back?
Yes,
I rolled a 2, so Mira's just enjoying the scenery.
it's a nice jungle. It's very green. It's probably nighttime.
Is it though?
Perception.
Okay, that's a good number. That's a high number.
I don't know, what do you
16.
roll?
Okay. I rolled a 16 on the dice. I have to look up what my
It's
thing
5
is
PM.
again. Okay, so that's 23? No.
It's pretty good.
25.
Okay.
I can't do math. It's 25.
It is technically night right now, but like it's headed towards morning. You flew through the night. And Mir, you don't see anything. It's dark. You don't have dark vision. The rest of you are kind
I
of
forgot to
scanning
put on my goggles of night.
scanning the area, taking a look around. Tiska, you are the one who you kind of know forests really well. And while this isn't a forest type that you're used to, you've kind of, in the back of your mind, from the forests around Saints Haven to the Viridian Sea, you've kind of learned how they tend to work, and you take a look at these landforms and the river, the Yuna River, which is moving through this landscape, and you suss out that there is a sort of low-lying-ish area where the land is unusually flat. And can we not?
Oh.
It is unusually flat, as if it has been
Oh,
artificially flattened to include, or to serve as an area where you can build. If there is a city somewhere around here, then it's probably in there. So far, most of what you see is just trees, and it's a bit dark, so it's hard to tell if there's any ruined buildings or anything. But if you head down in, you might be able to spot anything like that. Hey, Chenti.
So I am going to point our lovely ship's captain in that direction, by which I mean Zakrau.
Okay. That can turn you guys a little to the north, and head somewhat away from the river. It looks like it almost eschews this area entirely, like it bends away from it. And you realize that is because as you are flying towards this location, you see that there is a large sort of crescent moon-shaped lake that appears to exist on this flatter area. And you can see the lake in the reflection of the very late moonlight and the very faintest hints of oncoming dawn. And as you are spotting that through the trees, you do manage to see, you specifically, Tiska, very, very faintly the outlines of what could be ruined buildings hiding under the greenery.
Sweet. I think we're here.
Scanner. What scanner? What? No. You do not.
We do not have a button to scan for life boards or life forms.
You don't have probes.
We should.
Not on this ship. It's not designed for that.
We should anyway. No, I don't mean we should as in the ship should have them. I mean, like, it's a moral imperative that we should.
Sorry.
Moral imperative on us, not on you as the DM.
Yeah.
I think is the point.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm still saying, well, sorry. You don't.
Hi there, eh?
You find a town square area. Hovering over this area and kind of sweeping back and forth to try and spot somewhere you can set down. There are parts of this small zone where there are not really as many large trees. There might be some open spaces, but again, not really anything that you can see. There's not a whole lot of the original land, the buildings and the city-shaped landforms left. Okay, you bring the ship in and try to land it, I guess. Gently nudge the ground with the nose. It's a bit difficult to get close to the ground because of all the trees. You can't just slam down through them if you want. Fuck up the canopy a little bit. No?
I think
Okay.
we're trying to find somewhere better to land it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh.
So what are you thinking? Now the ship can just kind of hover. It is able to do that, but that won't be very sneaky.
I mean, the lake is clear. We can try and see if there are any openings in the trees from the lake.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Hover over the surface of the lake, see if there's anywhere to, like,
Ooh,
shove
that's good,
the
yeah.
ship.
All right. You head over to the lake, which is clear over top of it. The trees sort of crowd in around the edges, but they obviously can't cover it all. And the lake is very still. It appears to be completely cut off from the river. It's not connected at all. It's not a large lake. It's an oxbow lake. So it was part of the river once, but it was cut off. And when you hover over it, you actually do see there is the remnants of some very large structure that was built over top the when it was a river, most likely the river. There are a couple of stone bridges which are almost completely destroyed, because again, it's been like 1,500 years. I mixed it up earlier. It's been like 1,500 years since the collapse. It's Ruvain who's 3,000. My bad. I messed that up.
Would I recognize what this building is?
Yeah, this was the temple. This is a temple city. Some of its largest and most prestigious buildings were built over top the river, which flowed underneath them and around them. They used it for power and for ritual purposes. and transportation. Is there a boat hangar? Yes. Well, boat hangar. There is a marina. It's not... You can see the stone pillars that remain of it. If there was wood, it has rotted away a very long time ago. But there is a spot in this lake where it opens sort of into stone building passageways that would have led out to a marina. Nisa, it's very weird to see this.
And then... Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you get in there? Yeah, you can pop your ship over the marina.
And then we just hide it as part of the rubble.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's mostly ruins. You can kind of hide it, tuck it away in the... It's still a giant shard of misty black rock amongst some jungle greenery, so it's a bit obvious. And it's also larger than some boats would be, so it sticks out. Where it would be really hidden would be at the bottom of the lake, which is what Lorelei comments when she's standing next to you watching.
That's
Do
true.
we have an airlock to get in and out? How do we pop a door without flooding the ship?
Well, no. So...
However, if we leave someone in the ship who can... If Zakro can teach someone very quickly how to get the ship out of the water, we can leave Kaimi and Lorelei in the ship at the bottom.
Yeah,
We can just leave.
he did teach me that. I can
Yeah.
sort of fly it. I mean, not very well, but
All you would need is to be able to lift it out of the water, so we'd be able to get back into it.
I can do that.
There we go. Problem solved.
So it is dawn, and you are in this ancient temple city.
Mies is going to be wandering around. No one can stop her.
Exactly.
Mir's gonna make sure that we have she's setting up packs for everyone, so we have our camping materials. And just
Yeah.
traversing the landscape sort of supplies.
Excellent.
Misa is
Don't
running her
worry
hands
about-
over the ruins.
Don't worry about packing too much food, because I have a thing that, if we're in a wild area, I can supply food for up to a certain number of people.
Yes, but how much trail mix do we have anyway?
It's about the trail mix.
It really
Okay.
is.
Everybody
gotta
gets
have them
rope,
M&Ms.
pitons, pickaxe, some trail mix. Maybe not pickaxe, maybe a hatchet. And bedroll. We'll kind of spread out. Do we have a tent? Can we
I know I have
manage something?
a hammock, because I can't sleep on the ground very well.
I know we grabbed some stuff for trekking when we went to the Viridian Sea.
Okay. All right.
The moment Misa touched the ground, she is gone.
All right. How big is the ship? I don't recall exactly. I have it listed as gargantuan size class or something because I was doing battle stats for it, but I don't remember if that's what I ended up going with. It's large. It's a very big thing.
Not large the size class.
Yeah.
This meat says already large.
Just very large.
It's a big old it's a big construct.
I mean, if it's under the water, I'm not worried about that so much. And the second question is mostly directed at Misa and also at the Sneeple.
You would be asking Hesed then, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again. What's up?
So how much do we think they would be looking for, like, areas of magic?
Define areas of magic.
Yeah.
As far as... So, essentially, I have access to a spell called Druid Grove, which could super duper protect our camping area, except it kind of radiates magical. But, like, if you're not looking for magic specifically, it can be used to obscure an area.
I mean, they probably know who is in the group and what you guys can do, or at least the basic gist of what you guys can do.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
do, considering it's been broadcast on national television for a year. Sorry, global television.
That's true.
Are there like a lot of mages in the Triferium though? Do I know that? There are
You
probably
know that
some,
they have.
but
There are people who have significant amounts of magical power. You know, a lot of the priests and clerics of the Triferium are very strong.
they will probably know to look for stuff like that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit worried about me leaving the ship, though. Because I have this handy-dandy tool
I mean,
now to get rid of, like, one scry, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I'm really worried
So
that
you...
they're going to do it multiple times.
Yeah. I think you can only scry on a person once per day. Like, on one given person.
Is that one person who casts the spell, though? Because if multiple people try it...
That's true.
Yeah.
Line them up like an assembly
You might-
line.
Yeah, exactly.
Your turn.
God.
Your
You
turn.
might
You
want
next.
to.
I mean, we can attempt to make more rune stones. Because we have spell slots back again.
Also, they haven't tried it on you yet.
Yeah.
You
as
don't
far
know
as
that.
we
that.
you-
Yeah, how do we know
just
that?
That
Yeah,
we
you
know
know.
of.
They probably have. Let's be real.
but
Also,
you've
keep
been
in mind,
affected
they don't
areas at the
need
time.
something of you to scry. It just helps.
Mm-hmm.
So they could scry on any
Yeah.
of us.
Well, they
They
do
know
have.
what we look like.
They have.
Yeah, they
bits.
could scry literally any of us at this point.
Yes, but they.
We've all been broadcast on TV.
True.
Yeah.
But they could
There's no
easily do it on
safer-
me.
It's easier for them to scry Hesser or Kaimi just because of their negative modifiers to the wisdom saving throw because they have the items.
Yes.
They
of
also have
genetic
the bit.
But also,
Okay, but I'm
logistically
saying, like,
speaking,
it
we
could
want to
be any
leave
of us.
Hessa on the ship.
Yeah.
No.
Also, like, as a player, we don't want to.
I
Yeah,
would
as
like-
a player, are we going to just like leave her on the ship?
No, that's
Absolutely.
ridiculous.
Fucking
I'm
not.
gonna disappear for a few weeks, guys. See ya.
Yeah. No,
lose it.
no.
No,
I would like to avoid that, especially because we are in Serpentome.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So
You're kind
give me
of
a
one of the
second.
key players. This.
Yeah, and I was because I think if you have to be absent for this arc, Falc will have an aneurysm.
I think our best bet is probably to maybe set up camp a little bit away from the thing then. If
Yeah.
we're
I
gonna
mean, it's
camp
basically
for a
dawn,
bit.
right? So we could start hiking somewhere, and then campus starts to get dark, or somewhere around
Yeah.
midday if we prefer to be up at night.
I mean, as long as it won't really matter if they see us if we're in the middle of the forest or something, because as long as there's no, like, landmarks, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Because they already know we're here at this point.
Yes, they know you're somewhere in Serpentome.
So we just have to worry about landmarks, really.
Yeah.
Because if we're in the ship, it doesn't really matter. They won't see anything outside of the ship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then in some rooms in the ship, they can't even scry you because they're warded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Lorelai's lab, I know, is one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just stay away from landmarks, and we're fine. It's fine.
As well as we can.
Yeah, if you pull up a picture of a forest, it's gonna be difficult to tell where
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's just forest.
Now I'm picturing the Serpento people trying to like scry at us, and they're like playing that Geo game.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Someone
Yeah,
drops
yeah.
you on the
It's
map,
like-
and you gotta figure out.
See rocks and trees. Where the fuck?
Like, god damn it!
I recognize that rock.
You're like, oh, that's near my house, and it's like, this is in Tasmania, but nice try.
Well, Mir goes like full Girl Scout leader mode and starts handing out people their little backpacks with like basic climbing things, and, like bug spray. And
Nice.
we'll split up.
Tiska
I'll give
already
the tent to
has-
Misa. She's nice and bulky. She can carry it.
Misa's
Tiska
gone
already-
at the moment.
Well,
Oh.
I'll call her back or wait till she returns and then give it to her. At some point, we need to.
Tiska
collect
already
this
has her pack fully done up because she doesn't leave the ship
That's fair.
for druid reasons.
All right, so who are you taking with you?
Should we bring Kaimi or no?
I would say no.
Okay.
Also, does Kaimi want to go?
That's
yeah,
a good
I would say
question.
it's up to Kaimi
She's unsure.
because it's like it would be helpful to have her,
But it would endanger her.
it would endanger her, and if she doesn't want to deal with that, then
Yeah.
I absolutely do not want to force her into anything that she's not ready for or comfortable with.
And I know we're leaving Lorelei.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she needs to ship.
So,
So then it would either be Desire. If Kaimi doesn't want to go, then it would
It's
either be
Desire
or
next.
so you bring this up, and Kaimi asks you, what are you doing? Like, what are you, where are you going? What are you doing? Simple words.
I think at the moment we're gonna try and scout out, see if there are any resistant groups, and then at
Simpler.
some point we are going to have to go into the mountains, looking for allies.
Okay. Now,
Can I
DM to
insight-
players, you don't know where in the entire mountain range these people might be.
And that is a giant fucking mountain range.
Yes, if you recall, it took you about a week to fly over it before.
Yeah.
And see, here's the problem. We know the direction, or we know Serpent Home. Hessa wanted to get the rest of her pit out.
Yes.
And Serpent Home will most likely have people who want to overturn what is going on. The problem is that is a lot more risky, but the mountains will take us 5 fucking sessions at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're dead set on the mountains, I can rewrite some stuff.
I just don't.
would like to go to Serpent Home.
Yeah, I think we might as well at that point.
Okay.
Because that way we might find where they are in the mountains.
That's fair.
Because there's got to be somebody who knows. They can't have gone this long completely hidden.
Okay.
So how are we going to make it into Serpent Home now? I know we talked about it
Undercity?
somewhat. Yeah.
That's the only thing Misa's got is Undercity. Or
Misa, there is something that you know of. There
Oh, what?
are, connected to the Undercity, there are branching caves that connect to the exterior of the city as well. As it is a limestone area, the entire place is riddled with caves. And so, yeah, it's karst. Sinkholes, caverns, limestone. Oh,
Okay.
that's interesting. There are more caves now in the past, you think? Treacherous underground terrain. Wow, would have been great if you guys had gotten some kind of practice with... Wait.
What?
It's almost
Whack.
like you did just have practice traversing underground terrain. Anyway,
Mir had some practice earlier with the genus loci and things.
Indeed.
But hopefully this location won't be actually alive.
you never know. Maybe it will be.
Tiska is not gonna be thrilled.
Oh,
Does
that's
not
true.
like being the underground,
Womp womp.
but it's fine.
The point is, Misa, you know there are, at least there were, caverns and tunnels that led from the outside of the city to the inside. You used
Yeah.
them to evacuate
would-
citizens.
She would share that when she gets back.
Okay.
Cool.
And speaking of, I'll be right back.
On us discussing what the heck we're doing.
Yes. Back to that question that Kaimi posed. What are you doing? In the simplest words.
We're headed for the outskirts of Serpent Home and trying to find the entrance to those caves.
Like, in general. Like, why? She just wants, like, a mission statement. What are you doing?
We're
We're
going to try
overthrowing the
and-
Trife.
yeah, that's our end goal. Shorter term goal is get information about what kind of force we'll be facing and do we have potential allies in the city? Like, is there resistance going on? Are there people we can convince?
Okay. She is thoughtful for a minute. And eventually she kind of looks up and she goes, "Can I help?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
You sure
Absolutely.
can.
And then from the other side of the room, not without me. You're not doing that. And you see Nyx come sidling over. And as soon
My
as he
boy!
does, you do notice that Kaimi, like, almost reflexively kind of puts her hand, like, on the back of his neck and, like, holds on to his fluff without almost realizing that she's done it.
Good.
And he's
Glad you
like,
two are getting along.
does he have a weakness for protecting Kaimi? Nyx might be Kaimi's emotional support animal.
Oh,
my
Fantastic.
oh.
And he says, "If you are going, I am going with you. Do not argue."
Oh,
Excellent.
Maybe.
Not in a
Excellent.
million years.
nice.
Awesome. What are we doing?
God.
We are
iconic,
taking down
yeah.
a city,
Right.
Way
That's
to pay
yep.
attention,
a
bud.
country,
Let-
actually.
Listen.
It's
We're
okay.
overthrowing the fucking government.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Fuck yes.
We're committing a coup.
Hey, Nyx, if it makes you
But
feel
like
any
the
better,
good
I
kind.
didn't know what we were doing either.
I got you. I feel that.
We can hear both of you.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Whispering.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna give. Should we give the horn of silent alarm to Lorelei or Desire? With that, I don't know what the range on that is.
What does it do?
Let me see.
It goes.
It's a silent.
Well, that's not
alarm.
silent now, is it?
Sorry, it goes.
It's
That's
that,
more like
but
it.
silent.
Can't wait to figure out what this thing does.
Okay, I don't see it in the DM's guide.
Oh. Okay.
Blasting Horn of Valhalla. I don't think either of those.
D&D. Horn of Silent Alarm. Please,
I
Ikosia,
think it
tell
might
me
be
what this is.
Winworthy.
You can hear... When you use an action to blow out, one creature of your choice can hear the horn's blare, provided it was within 600 feet of the horn and not deafened. No other creature hears
Okay,
it.
that's not gonna be long enough.
I would say not.
Just take it with us then in case we find a use for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess as it
And they
is,
do have
we
Ending
just have.
stones to try and get a hold of us need be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, sure that God, Dwayne! My brain was going Dave. I'm like, that's not right. Dwayne is in the bag of holding for now. We could maybe get a few shots of like sneaking through the underbrush or something for Ravain to put together into a propaganda video later.
He would love some of those.
But yeah, we want to make sure that we don't give anything too much away.
That's true.
So it's
He's not gonna. He's not gonna sabotage your efforts.
Yeah.
He's not gonna air anything until it's all over.
We'll get some nice dramatic shots crossing the rivers and sneaking through the jungle.
Right now, his folks are embroiled in talks with Rishi about, you know, what they can broadcast.
What they could broadcast out of the Underdark, or I don't.
You know, because it's like consent to be filmed and all that. They have to go through and make sure that people that got spotted during the whole Phantom ordeal are okay with having their images used, etc., etc.
Nice. Alright, well, maybe we'll play amateur, or we'll get somebody to play amateur cinematographer and get some nice dramatic shots for use later. But,
Awesome.
Alright, I guess we'll pack up our camping gear and head out. Unless we have anything else to do while here.
Good shots of licking the camera as a cat. Yeah, go for it, dude.
Misa will
Just like,
find
yeah,
her
this
way
is
back to
this is definitely. She's not gonna turn on
We're not
camera.
leaving
She's
without
just gonna be
Lisa,
like,
okay?
she's gonna be like a different variety of like big cat or wolf or whatever every time, and just come up and like lick the camera, and it's like, oh yeah, the local wildlife is just real interested. It's definitely not one of the party. It's definitely not one of the party members causing problems on purpose.
It's one of the party members definitely causing problems.
You've been standing behind one of his editors, his terrified editing staff, just watching them try to edit this, and he's like, oh my god.
We would never cause problems on purpose. Very much.
Absolutely would not.
On the other hand, it would
Especially
make an
not
interesting
Hessa.
transition if you cut in the middle of one creature licking the camera to another creature, so that when they pull back, it's a different creature, a different location.
That would be an interesting editing cut.
That
I'm not
would
sure
be a
what the
neat
purpose of it would be, but yeah.
The Riftwatcher's
It'd be
music
funny.
video.
It'd
I
be
don't-
funny.
I don't think I want
The
to watch
purpose
that
is-
Holy
video.
shit, Chetty,
memes.
Jesus.
Or you cut to commercial in the moment of dark with the
Thank you for the
totally over
resub.
camera.
Oh my god.
That one's also pretty good.
Anyway,
I believe it's
once
the
Misa
sake
gets
of
back
Congress.
and we have our group set, we'll bid Lorelei and Desire farewell for now. Tell them the cost. If something goes wrong, stay safe.
Sure thing.
And
he tells you guys, Desire tells you to stay safe. And he's like, I
Do our best.
trust you, but, you know, if you need anything, I guess we can probably take the ship. No, we'll die, actually.
Mir
do
kind
your
of like
best.
nudges Tiska, like, give him a hug or something.
We'll do our best.
Good.
I mean, we probably won't die.
I would be very upset if you did.
I think if we were in a situation where we were about to die, we could do the God's Mark thing again.
The
Be
thing.
fine. Yeah,
Yes.
the thing that we
The-
did in the
yeah.
Feywild.
Yes, yep.
That thing, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Turn into a big
It's
vine
so-
monster.
Yes.
It's so awkward.
Well, good, cooing.
Thanks.
It hurts so much.
I love this. Family
Just
bonding.
awkward shoulder pat.
Awkward shoulder pat indeed. He's doing his best. And he goes, he goes back inside.
Cool.
He was like, one day I'm gonna get you two to fucking hug, I swear to God.
Lorelei has no reservations about giving you a very large hug, Tiska,
Yes, of course. Big hug.
and probably a little smooch on the face. Little smooch from the girlfriend.
No.
And she
And
also
big
tells you
hug.
to stay safe, please.
Yes. We are. That is the objective. Well,
And she
one
says,
of them.
Alright, well, when everything's, I guess, said and done, just call us and we'll show up. I mean, ideally at the end of this, there won't be an unsafe area to take the shard anymore, so we'll be able to just bring it on in.
Yeah. That is the idea.
Alrighty, well, good luck. I love you.
Love you. Another
she'll-
little hug.
Absolutely. And then she'll head on inside and shut the airlock and
Mirror like waves.
take the ship. It's hardly even shaky, that flight, as she moves the ship sort of to the side away from the stone out into the lake and then just lowers it into the water.
All right, who's ready to hike into the into the mouth of the dragon?
Wait, we're going inside a
Let's
dragon? That's so
No, it's-
cool!
It's an
You wish.
expression. It. I suppose mouth of the
Well, what
snake.
are we expressing inside this dragon?
It's a figure of speech. A metaphor.
Okay, I get it.
Let's
You don't
just
get it,
fucking
do you?
go.
Let's go.
Alright. And you can head downriver. Or at least towards the river and then follow the river. You'll have to get through most of the other city first, of the rest of this little this temple city. And you get a little bit away from the lake and find that underneath this big jungle canopy, it's actually surprisingly clear. There you can still sort of see where the streets are and the various buildings, and some of the buildings, well, first off, a number of them are still standing. It looks like Suthara's construction is really meant to last. And as you're going along, you could kind of get an idea of what this place used to be like. Like you can see that like this road was probably like one of the main roads of this city. There are small buildings that might have been storefronts once upon a time. You had all recently used tracks, signs, evidence. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I also do that?
Of course.
Misa is just
I'm good at perception.
very
Can I-
quiet.
Mirror gets
Can
a
I
10.
do a little investigation check?
For what?
Okay,
Looking
okay,
for a
that's
little
not
bit.
terrible.
Are you trying to steal
Anything
from houses?
interesting? It's not stealing if no one's here, okay?
Can I spot Hessa trying to
Amateur archaeology.
Oh my god. Okay, Hessa, are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yes, always,
Okay,
always.
in which case I'll need you to roll stealth first.
I just wanted to grab some cool archaeology bits. Oh god.
This is where Misa died, Hessa.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, look! I found like a bone fragment. I think that was mine.
Put
Doesn't
it
even
down,
matter if she
head
actually
over.
thinks it. She just says it to slap some sense into us.
20
Fuck
non-naturals.
me.
Yes.
Misa, roll perception.
Oh god.
I'm
I
not
can
gonna
see
make
you.
No, probably not.
It's fine.
Definitely didn't make it.
Yeah, you don't see that happening. Yeah, go ahead and roll
I do.
investigation, Hessa. Looking for trinkets.
Jesus. Do I
I can
get
see it.
advantage?
No.
Okay, that's
Fucking
fair.
Rogues.
Also, Tiska sees this happening.
Mm-hmm.
I see the shenanigans.
Tiska does.
Mirror's too busy keeping an eye out for assassins.
Not much.
10 investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. You kind of flit back and
Trainer.
forth, like away from the group, back to them. You dart off and you return. And you're poking through these houses, and there's really not much left. You can find some furniture, which is incredible considering how old it is.
Let me
But in
just pick
some
up
of
the couch.
the more, yeah, sure. In some of the more waterproofed rooms, weatherproofed rooms, you can find old, like, tables or like half of a chair, or in one spot you even find what looks like the remnants of a kitchen probably, and you can spot like a couple of very old like pottery dishes, and some metal tools, metal silverware, but they're like iron or steel, not valuable.
Are there any cool ones?
No, they're pretty
Maybe
basic.
they haven't rusted in the jungle heat or the jungle humidity.
Tessa,
You do find like a
Tessa, stop
weird
leaving the party.
you find like a weird contraption that looks like it's like on the counter, but it's like 3 or 4 large stone circles that are kind of aligned so that you could put an object in like the center of all of them. You have no idea what that's for.
I 100% pick that up.
You can't. The circles are attached to like the counter and like the roof.
Dang it! Can
Like
I
the
figure out
underside
what
of the
they...
cabinets and shit. It's just really
Can I-
weird.
Can
No.
I figure out what it does? I definitely poke at it for too long and then realize I'm way far behind the group.
Yeah, there's like yeah, they're just it's stone circles, and there's like smaller circles drawn inside of them, and then like a center point, and it like the center points line up or something, but like I have no idea what it does.
I poke at it for too long and
It
then
doesn't-
realize I'm far behind the group.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything, and everybody's kind of moved on. You can barely hear them at the distance.
I
Yeah, the
don't-
next time,
Quietly.
once you rejoin the group, Tiska is going to put a hard hand on your shoulder. Stop
Hello.
tearing off.
I'm just looking.
We are. This is not the time.
You could say I'm scouting.
This
Bullshit,
is- I
says Nyx.
believe you. I don't believe.
I glare at Nyx.
What?
Came up from behind us. You were not scouting.
Maybe I'm doing like a circle around the group, you know? Make sure nobody's coming up behind us. Exactly. I'm making sure nobody's coming behind us. It's very important.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Are you sure?
Yes. I don't believe you.
Well, that's
Just
fine.
stay with the group.
You actually
We're
notice
not
Kaimi looks pretty
trying.
nervous.
We're not trying to get anybody separated or trapped somewhere. If you leave and we can't and get trapped and we can't find you, then we can't help you.
Kaimi looks way
Kind
more
of
nervous
make
when
you
you say
weird.
that.
It's fine. No, I'll stay
it'll
with
be
everyone.
fine.
Yes,
You just
it'll be fine.
Yeah, just stay with the group. We'll have all the eyes looking out from here, and we'll be fine.
Fine. I'll stay with the group.
Good.
With you in eyesight, Kaimi is visibly more relaxed than she otherwise would be.
Once Hessa notices that, she definitely pretends like she's not, but she's definitely sticking with the group more.
Okay.
Iska gives Hessa a good little pat on the shoulder.
She sticks her tongue out at you.
What are we, 5?
Of course. Mentally, always.
I'm just gonna make a quick little like detect magic ping just to make sure we're not
Sure.
walking into something or
Of
just
course.
immediately scryed on.
Go ahead. You can just cast it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the other reason for that perception check was to look for any signs of other people passing through here.
Okay, yes. Tiska, you don't see much that isn't probably, like, animals. Because animals will take over a ruined city quite happily because it's got ready-made shelters for them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so there's plenty of critters that actually a lot of them go scuttling away or slithering off or running away from you in the underbrush. You notice a couple of like small, spindly-looking deer at one point go bounding away down a side street. You do, Mir, you do notice... What's the range on that detect magic?
I think 30 feet, but I will double check.
Okay. 30 feet's fine. You are moving along this street when you actually get a ping of transmutation magic at the edge of your range.
Yeah, 30 feet. Okay, so it's concentration up to 10 minutes, and for the duration you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Mm-hmm. It tells you the
use
school.
action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the air that bears magic. I could try and narrow it down, but I'll let the folks know, hey, I detect a ping of magic. I'm gonna approach it cautiously.
It's quite weak, and when you get close, you actually notice what it is. There is a stone and metal canopy built over what looks to be an open area. Well, it's an open now. You don't know if it was always an open air area. If there were walls, they might have fallen, but it doesn't look like there used to be walls. And you see like a large sort of raised circular pit of some kind that has this transmutation magic on it. And there are very, very, very faint residue marks of other types of magic that you actually couldn't even see unless you got close. But you do detect evocation and abjuration, notably, as well as a little bit of conjuration. The stone pit appears to have an open top and then like one or two sort of tubes that feed in from the sides. And you're a little confused as to what this is until you actually also notice the rusted but probably still functional anvil that's nearby. This is an old forge.
Oh, neat.
Do you know where the magic is coming from or whatever?
From the forge pit itself. It was probably
Can I
enchanted long ago
investigate?
to...
Oh, okay.
Well, why would a forge be magical? Make it hotter? Burn for longer?
Can
Maybe
I
for enchanting the
investigate?
weapons made in it?
Possibly. Yeah, you can investigate.
Nice. Ooh, my rolling has gone downhill. 13. 13.
13.
I got a 4.
Nice.
Good work. You're like, wow, magic. That's weird. Wonder why that's over here. Hessa, you poke around in the old pit, and there's nothing left in here, just dirt at this point. But you do actually see the old symbols that are inscribed on the inner sides of the forge, just carved into the stone. You can't decipher them.
I will flail at Zacro. Your magic. Look at this.
On it. Sakura, do you speak old true yuan-ti? You comprehend languages. All right.
We can also
we
call
also
over.
just
Yeah.
asked-
And you've got Misa.
Yeah,
Lisa?
we also just have a
Okay. So,
I'll
Sakura,
flail
you
at
and Misa
Misa.
both. You can spot that these are just the symbols for a spell that, as you thought might be the case with a forge, is designed to keep the coals of a forge burning much hotter and much longer than they otherwise would. It's just a simple enchantment to keep the forge warm and to make it work better. The other magics are probably just additions to this spell, either to create fire, like when commanded, or to like help it warm up, or to dissipate the heat if needed, or to prevent the heat from leaking out. It's just all simple stuff to make forging just a little bit easier.
Is there anything interesting that's been left here?
There are some old forge tools, but if there's magic on them, it's faded. If there was ever magic, rather. It's like a hammer.
Is it a small hammer?
I mean, it's a hammer that a medium-sized creature would use.
It's too
For
big
forging.
for me. That's right. I'll poke it for a second, then
You
go.
are
"Eh."
a medium-sized creature. What are you talking about?
I need something that fits in my pocket
Why? What?
because I
It's
need
big.
to hoard.
She wants
What are you-
souvenirs.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
just for hoarding.
Okay. Yeah.
No other reason.
Here I thought it was gonna be
That's
something
it.
practical.
That's it.
You
It is
thought.
Question: could I like?
not amateur archaeology hours.
Is it possible to like understand how the magic works, or like? Basically, I'm wondering like, could I carve the same symbols on the stone and make like instant campfire? Like when I could turn on
You
and off.
can also cast bonfire.
That's a spell.
Yes,
I don't think I have it.
I might.
Diska has access to it. It's a cantrip though, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
Oh, I don't have it then. If it's a cantrip,
I believe it's a cantrip.
I do
yes.
have produce flame though. So as long as we just like set up.
I was
set
mainly
up
wondering
the
whether we'd need something
fix.
for, because we're in the jungle and there's a lot of wet wood.
The spell itself is not unique. It's just that it's here. And it happens to be inscribed in old yuan-ti symbols instead of any language that you're familiar with.
Okay.
Most really high-class forges, or like forges in major cities, will have enchantments like this just to aid in the craftsmanship.
Makes sense.
Yep. So that's pretty much all the magic that's in here. There's not much left in the building itself, either.
We should keep going then.
As you are walking, let's see, what are your passives? Jesus, who's got the passive
Uh-oh.
perception of 23? What the fuck? It's Temp.
Temp.
That's so fitting. Temp,
Hello, it is I. I see the thing.
you don't see anything. You hear it.
Oh.
From down a street somewhere, you hear
Shit.
the faint sound of running water. The gentlest trickle.
Oh no. Oh god, there's water. Oh no.
Are we gonna go
I
check it
mean,
out?
we're near a lake, but okay.
It's not the river. It's just something down a side street.
Yeah, JD, I have to admit, the first thing that popped in my brain is we're hearing someone taking a piss break.
That is not what it is.
I mean, I kind of wanted to say that, but I wasn't going to.
Incorrect.
Are we gonna go check it out?
We should.
Hessa would
It is-
very much like to.
Technically, it is up to Temp whether Temp tells us or
Oh yeah.
Of course I tell you all about the puddle. Don't you?
Well, that you assume it's a
Rubik's
puddle
Cube
for some
going on.
reason.
I don't. I don't.
I'm
assume
guessing
there's a
it's like some long defunct fountain.
As you're listening, you actually hear, like, a pause in the flow, and then, like, a sort of a hollow bonk noise, and then the water pours very quickly, and then another little
Is it a
bonk
deer
noise,
snare? Is it deer scare?
Is it-
and the water begins to
little
flow
bamboo
again.
Is
It's-
it
I
one of
know
those
exactly
bamboo
what this
thingies?
is.
Would you like to go find out?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Temp can easily lead you by sound down a side street, and you pass by some more of these ruined buildings and these large trees that are kind of growing out of this once was a city. And you round the corner of a large enclosed pathway, like it's got these arches that enclose it into like a little tunnel, and come out into a long defunct garden. And the area here is also enchanted with a mixture of different types of magic. But the effect of these spells is quite clear, because the garden that you see before you is